things, because I know this is a fresh prog and a first time for a lot of people. These runs are super chill. It's not a big deal if you fuck up. I fuck up all the time, and I'm still here, and I'm leading this shit. It's really fine. So if you're stressing, don't. It's really, really not a big deal. We're going to go in. We'll get people situated with all the things that they need before we jump down. So the one thing I would ask is please don't touch the glowy jumpy pads before I tell you to, because you can't come back if you do that. But other than that, we'll get everyone set up. Then we'll divide and conquer to talk through slimes, which will be up here with me. That's groups A, B, and C. And then golems, which is groups D, E, which now exists, and F, which will be led by various people that I've assigned to do it. I trust them to take care of you, though. That'll be down in the chat below us. So for those wondering what that voice chat B exists, when I tell you to, D, E, and F will jump down there and you'll get your explanations of what's going on with golems, and we'll go from there. But basically, again, we're here to have fun. We're here to learn. It's a chill time. If it's like your first time doing extreme or savage content and you're freaking out, you don't need to freak out. It's not a big deal. If we fuck up and die, it doesn't matter. We're just here to have fun and learn. It's genuinely not a big deal. So anyway, with that said, I'm going to do a ready check. If you're ready, hit yes. If you're not, hit no. It's pretty straightforward. I would encourage you to get a glass of water. Have a little snack. Just, you know, be ready to do things.
Had a cat.
Cats are good. All right.
My cat is currently snoozing in his desk bed, so.
Oh, there you go. I
have my moral support.
2 cats snoozing, and one of them is my co-caller, and we'll probably hear her later on. So.
Oh, good.
Lorianne, just let us know when you're ready. No rush. I see.
Give me a second.
Yeah, no worries. I see you're crafting, so it's all good.
Mine ran off somewhere when I went to go get dessert. Oh, there she is.
I just want to make sure something. We had enough time to prepare ourselves. I mentioned this in the chat. Pure essences are not optional, they are mandatory. If you're missing something, please say so in the chat. If you're short on gear, people can give you fragments for free or full price. Just make sure you have everything you need.
Yep, and I promise we're not going to get mad at you if you ask. I might be a little dad disappointed, but I won't be mad. It happens. So I'd rather you say so now and have what you need versus not say anything and not have what you need. So
If you don't say anything until after we end a DRS, then you make people annoyed because then they've already hit theirs, and then we have to instance out so you cost like everybody else up here. So please ask for it now,
true.
rather than waiting for us to get in. Like double check your cache and make sure that you have them now.
There is a cache inside the instance for those who are wondering, just FYI. So, but you should still be ready now.
You
Anyway.
cannot trade stuff to people once we're inside though. So
Correct.
if you need more, then we need to know now.
All right, one more ready check. I think Lorianne's ready to go, but I'm just making sure.
Give me a second real quick, please.
We got somebody in our party trying to join the voice call once, so give them a second.
Sure, that's fine. They'll have plenty of time to join when we instance in as well.
Yeah,
It's not like we're gonna get gun and run away, so all good.
I just want them to get the instructions from you and everything.
That's fair. That's a good point. Good point.
Rare, do you know where the link to the server is?
I do. It is in the About This Server chat. I actually just pulled it up earlier, though, so I can just post it in D2 right now. There you go. Not our D2, Sem's D2. I should clarify. The channel which we are currently residing. I'm guessing if they're not on the server, they are probably someone who signed up being an external server, which is totally fine, but
I am ready.
that would make sense. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, I know not everyone is on the call, but just in the interest of time, I'm going to try to throw us into the instance just so people can start getting ready. Again, it's not a big deal. If you need a second to do some other stuff, you can just hit yes, and we'll chill at the entrance. It's really not. So. Commencement prog. It's always 47. It's always 47. It is never not 47. until it's 48. Let's go!
So welcome, Rare. I just knew someone had to do it.
Oh, it was you? God damn it, Rusty. Anyway,
No,
for those who have
no,
never been in here before, just FYI, this cool cutscene you're watching, it's literally the exact same cutscene as DRN. It just shows off the sides a little more of like the granary and barracks. You can watch it if you want, like it's fine, but I'm just letting you know it's nothing fancy.
Watch it now so you can automatically skip it next time.
There's no hidden lore, no secrets, no extended cutscene.
Don't lie, the cutscene is making everyone sit here waiting for you, which is honestly a good thing to do. Do it.
But there was a kitty.
It's actually not bad because it means vets won't forget their viewers.
All right, so real quick, just to reiterate, there are 2 glowing pads in front of you. For the love of all that is good, do not touch them. Please and thank you. No touchy. Touchy bad.
The glowing pad. Move closer.
Resist the innate temptation to defy the rule. Anyway, all right, so if you haven't already noticed, plenty of people are popping stuff right now. Feel free to pop a Pure Essence and a Re-Raiser, and then you'll want to pop all of your, or rather slot in all of your pre-game stuff. That's what those 2 loadouts are for. You get your pre and post. Once you've done all your pre-game stuff, you can then reopen the cache and apply, or pull up rather, your post loadout, which is basically all the other stuff that you'll be bringing for the remainder of the run. So that's why you want to fill up your pockets, and we do it now rather than later. Just makes our lives a little easier because we cannot come back here. I did see someone touch the glowing pad. I'm hoping that was a vet. Please don't touch the glowing pads. Okay, fair enough. Your party leads will tell you, they'll double check everyone that we've all done the things we said we were supposed to do, and they'll basically say, okay, we're good. Like, for example, party A, you guys look good, so feel free to go down to the left-hand side, the west side, over towards slimes whenever you're ready. There's no rush. Likewise, the other party leads will tell you either in text or voice when the party's good, and then you guys can jump on down. If you have any questions about loadouts or any of that kind of stuff, now's a good time to ask. Not in a rush. We're here to learn. Plenty of time, so feel free to do so. But otherwise, if you're good, you're welcome to just jump on down once your party lead tells you to do so. And I'm just going to hang out up here for a little bit. Once your party lead has told you to jump down, if you are in groups Delta Echo Foxtrot, DEF, you are welcome to also go down a voice chat to the
Golem Gaming.
Yep, this is Golem side. I'm just sort of quasi-checking to make sure we've got everyone here, since we're the Democratic Republic of Golems tonight.
Big rock time.
Yeah. So Golem's lead is some combination of me, Jill, Adris, and Zahar, but Zahar has decided that they would not like to explain, so Adris and I are going to do it. Oh, Democratic, yes, I do like that, Denna. We are the Democratic Republic of Golems. It looks like we're about good on people. Okay, so Golem side is fortunately the easy side. Supposedly, I'm known to wipe golems, but I promise I won't do that tonight. I only do that on like annihilation runs that are full of vets. Yes, and what Mikochi said is also true. So the first thing, since Zahar has put out about the traps, I am gonna just explain there are traps when we go in. You should know them from DRN. They are big they are bad, and because resing in here is not really that doable, or it is doable, but it's a pain, and we don't want to do it in barracks. We don't want to wipe. Just try not to make them. So there is going to be one in the hallway. When we go in, there will be one in one of the north rooms, and then there will be one in the room where the white golem will go.
If
There
new people
are.
if new people can
Sorry.
stand where I am and they can kind of see in ahead of time and they get a better idea of what we're talking about.
Yeah. There
I
are.
was jumping over here.
Where are you jumping?
Over by the
Oh,
wall,
perfect.
to the right of the door. You can kind of get a look over and get a view of everything.
And I do believe there is a trap in that room with the white button. So each of these 4 golems is going to cycle through color changes. Obviously, 2 are starting blue, 2 are starting green. And each one has to be either green, blue, red, or white when it dies on a button in order for us to clear our side of the barracks. So the top left, this golem is going to go into the room with the blue button. This golem right here is going to go into the room with the white button. So the back one where I'm jumping. Hold on.
This golem should go into the blue room. The one that you were jumping on.
Thank you. Thank you.
This one goes into the blue room.
That, since you have a safety shame.
This one will go into the white room. Oh, sorry, excuse me.
Oh.
This one will go into the red room.
I was going to say that's red, and then this one is green. This one up here is green. So 1 tank will take each golem. And your job, when you see that it is going to change colors, I'm trying to remember, the name of the color is, the color change is Metamorphosis. Your job is to interrupt it if it is the correct color. The person who takes the red golem does need to know how to handle red. Red does these like crazy strong auto attacks. So you have to essentially like kite it. And it will stay tethered to the first person who hits it. So Idris, can you explain that one better? Nobody ever wants to take red.
Okay, so
Nobody
just to
ever
reiterate,
wants to take red.
just to reiterate, this green golem that I'm jumping on now, and this blue golem that I'm now jumping on, are going to switch rooms when we go in. So that green golem will go into the northwest room. This blue golem will go into the southeast room. And that's because of how the color cycle changes work. That's the most efficient way to do it. Red golem will tether onto the first person to hit it. It's the only golem that has that aggro other than the hallway golems, but we'll talk about those later. Of the colored golems, it's the only one to have that aggro. Essentially, red golem just hurts when it hits you. That's kind of like the whole point of red golem. So the tank, what you're going to do is literally just kite it around the room and interrupt it when it needs interrupting. And we can give you a ranged DPS to come interrupt for you if you would prefer that, if you don't feel like going back in and hitting it and thinking you get that count in time. But essentially, you're just kiting it around. There will come a point later in the fight when you have to pull it onto the button at a certain point. At that point, you need to invuln because it will just kill you if you don't invuln. And that's when we will go about killing it. But it hits so hard that you have to invuln when you pull onto that button. And we'll kind of explain that as we go through the actual mechanics of this room. But go ahead, Jill.
Okay. So, so there's going to be 1 tank per golem. You will tap them and take them to the room that they are supposed to go to, and tank them, with the exception of the red golem, on the button. Excluding what Group E is doing. Well, the Group E tanks. That is what the groups D and F are doing with their golem. Everybody else travels from room to room in a murder ball, murdering the golems for the first 3, and then waits to start doing red until we get the call from the slime side that is commit. As the other people are tanking the other golems, there are a few things to look out for. The blue golems do a tank buster that has a bleeding dot that needs to be cleansed. You can use an antidote or a med kit, or your healer can Asuna you. Healers, I hope Asuna's on your bar. Sometimes I wonder when I am in regular dungeons if people know what Asuna is. Then, all right, so that is blue golem, and that will be the first one that we kill. So we do start in the southwest room. The second one is the white golem. So that will be the blue golem, which cycles once into white. That one, at 30% HP, begins to cast Compaction, which would cause it to heal itself to 100%. We just need to kill it. It is a little bit of a DPS check, but I have full faith in this group. That is also true, Celessa, for the bleed. And Adris also exactly. The cycle is blue, white, green, red. And we'll talk about what to do if you miss an interrupt. So then the green golem that will be up in the northeast room basically can consume ruin golems that spawn in the hallway. So that gives them a stack of damage up. We want to kill them and not let them get ruin golems. Sorry, not let ruin golems go in the room. So the job of the tanks in Party E, and I believe it's all vets in Party E except for my unfortunate other half, they will be making sure that those ruin golems don't go into that room and tanking them in the hallway. They're what we call hallway tanks. So, alright, so that's essentially what all three do. Adris went over what the red one does. As I said, when we open the door, which is where it says do not touch, we will go in and we will let the tanks get aggro, and then we will start in the blue room and go. Now, it is totally normal for okay, well there's like a lot of it. There's enough that it'll be fine. But so if somebody happens to miss an interrupt on a golem, it is fine because the golems cycle. So that means that we will just adjust which one we are killing when. And so you want to listen out for those calls. And just make sure that you're paying attention and following the giant mass murder ball. So I think the one thing we need to know is which tanks are taking which golems. I see Obolt has the white golem. Is that okay? Wait, Denna, why are you standing on the blue golem? You're in Party.
Hello, I have a question. I have been standing on the northeast golem, and I see there's a tank with a stance on as well. Who's tanking northeast?
That is what we're figuring out.
Just to make it simpler, Party D will take these top two golems. Party E will take these bottom two golems. Generally, that's how we
Party F
split it up.
What?
Oh, Party E is to take them, and Party F is to take
I guess Party F. I guess Party F.
Yeah, I'm Party F. Yes, I'm tanking Party F.
So Party F will take these bottom two because we have an Eon hallway. It sounds like because it's just the kind of not typical party.
Yeah.
But so Party D will take these top two. F usually takes hallway.
F does usually take hallway. I was just sort of ignoring E because it's mostly vets, and
Okay.
Okay, F can totally take hallway then. That's fine. Zahar.
Can we just do just have everybody move off who's not a tank and just get one tank per golem, and then a healer from the same party on the golem, and that'll make it nice and simple.
Yep, and then and then every tank will need a healer. Okay, looks like we got it.
Great.
And we got our hallway set. Cool.
Yeah, we got a tank right here. All tanks do need stance on. And yeah, and if we're gonna be in the hallway, I'll just keep an eye on the south ruin golems. Okay.
I do have a question.
Anybody have questions?
Yes. The red golem, we're waiting for something about the slimes, you said?
So,
what's the reason for
just
this?
a brief explanation of slimes. The goal of slimes is that slimes are amassing. So slimes is literally all slimes. They're trying to make 4. So you know how we have 4 colored buttons? They also have 4 buttons, and they want to make a big slime explode on those buttons all at the same time. And they do that by gathering slimes together that then morph. They all fuse together into a bigger slime. And so we are waiting for them to be ready to pull their last slimes together so they all fuse and explode at the same time. And by us killing our golem at the same time, we're just it basically just means that we all have to deal with less ending ads at the very end.
Yeah, so basically, like, back in the day when you did Castrum, you had to kill the 2 bosses, like, the first 2 bosses, like, roughly at the same time, or bad things happened. Most people don't know that. Here, let's say that we clear our side and Slimes doesn't clear, these Grim Reapers come out and they start wiping us. So basically, if we don't do it within 30 seconds or a minute of each other, like have all 4 buttons light up, it's a wipe. Period. We have to go back out and come back in. That's the short version of it. So essentially, we kill 3 golems so that we can just hit the 4th. And slimes have another mechanic where they hold on to being able to do that last fusion to have a giant slime to make their buttons light up so that we can all do it close together. And slime side is, there's usually slime memes, so if we screw up, we will just be quiet and blame the wipe on slimes. That is tradition.
Oh, also important, don't use your actions in here. Your lost actions.
Yes. No dance and no dancing.
Yep. You can dance on this side. You can't dance on
you can dance on this side?
The
slime side is the problem side.
I taught slimes for so long, and like never.
You just don't want to do AOE on slimes because you might pull extra slimes from the middle too.
And then they fuse, and then you have not a good day.
Technically, you don't want to AOE like in the hall because golems can tether to you, but like it's not a big deal.
Follow-up question: why is the red golem last? Is it just to avoid harder mechanics from the others or something, or?
It's just because it's getting kited around. It's like, it's just
kiting is slightly easier.
The red golem is very slow, so a tank can run away from it and keep far enough away from it that it never hits them. Yep. All the other ones will catch up to the tank, and each time a golem dies, it buffs all the other golems. So the last one hits really hard. So the red golem becomes the nice and easy one, so a healer doesn't have to constantly be healing a tank.
Really quick, just to double check, we have all of that Perceptors, right? Because it's Pash and Zahar.
Yep.
Okay. For those who are new,
if you don't go into rooms and don't traverse the hallway to the north until the traps are found,
you see the traps,
gravy.
Oh my god. So this is also a tradition where we wait for this. So we are ready. We are going to go in. There may be questions after the first time we go in, but if you don't start somewhere, you don't learn.
Yep. Order that we are killing things in: blue, white, green, and then red. So we'll kill blue, white, and green. And after we kill green, we're just going to go kill golems in the hallway until we get the commit. And then we'll all go kill the red golem.
When in doubt, follow the murder ball.
I'll have a thing above my head. So
I have a danger Dorito on my head.
With red, we're gonna call a stop DPS at some point, just so the tank can get the golem on the button, so it dies on the button. Wait for your Perceptors. Okay, hallway trap is found.
Wait, the white trap is southeast is found.
White trap's found. All traps are found.
Go ahead and start murdering blue.
Celeste, you have green now. I'm gonna be taking red. Just because we went in the wrong room.
Okay.
Stay there.
Okay, white.
Please don't interrupt red. I'll take care of it myself.
Green. Okay, everyone to Holly Golems. We're not going to kill red yet. Don't go to red yet. Just kill golems in the hallway for now until we get the signal from rare. Okay, that's a commit call. Everyone on red golem. We'll be stopping DPS at about 30%. Okay, hold DPS. It's on the button. Go ahead and kill it. Kill it now. Okay, back to Holly Golems. Stunner, sleep, demolish cast when you see them. Kind of split evenly north-south if you can. Alrighty, nice first sign.
So go ahead and move up to voice chat A.
Fire raid. If you see a treasure chest, open it. It's yours. So don't forget your loot. You earned that. That's yours. But again, huge W. Well done, literally everyone. We love a good first pull clear. Doesn't happen every run, but that's a nice win. You love to see it. I hope everyone used a pure essence, because if you didn't, you're gonna have an interesting time on Trinity Seeker. But I told everyone to, so it should be fine. So, hello everyone, if you didn't hear me say so, great job. First pull clear is unironically a huge W. You should be very proud of yourselves. I'm genuinely super stoked we cleared in one pull. That is awesome. So hopefully everyone used a pure essence as we talked about. You should be good to go. All right, welcome to Trinity Seeker. This is my personal favorite boss of the entire instance. So, couple quick rules of the road here. Please don't pull the boss until I say we're ready. Just if that wasn't already immediately obvious. It has happened before. It's not the end of the world if it happens, but like, don't. Just please. So, okay. All right. Do I have a main tank volunteer? Rain and Zahar. All right. And Opal? Ooh. Opal, do you need it for resource purposes? Like for making gifts and stuff? Because I'll give you... Okay. All right. Fair enough. Reyna, you got main tank. Zahar, you can off tank. I will mark you accordingly. All right, so there's our main tanks. If you're wondering, hey, I was a main tank and an off tank in my party, yes, you are. And yes, you do still have an important job later, but it doesn't mean you have to be like literally tanking the boss. So just heads up. So. Okay, same thing as a general reminder. I talk a lot. There's a lot to talk about this boss. Make sure you move around every now and then so you don't get AFK. Do a little emote, do a little skill action, do a little something. There's also treasure down at the bottom of the stairs. If you forgot that, that's yours. All this loot is personal loot. You can go open up that treasure chest. That's totally yours. So go get that if you don't do that yet. Okay. All right. Let's talk about Trinity Seeker, the coolest boss in this dungeon. As Pash is saying in Discord right now, it is stressful to call, but I love this boss. I think this boss is the juice. This is the gas boss for me. So, all right. I'm going to start talking about mechanics and stuff. The main thing I just want to stress, if you're new and you've never been here before, I know you guys have done all these fights in DR normal. For Trinity Seeker in particular, here's the one thing I do want to stress. Everything you've done before is still relevant for this fight, but it is way fucking faster on Savage than it is on normal. Like, way faster. You're going to see some gifts probably from Opal. Opal, if you want to link the Fourfold Mercy one, now's probably a really good time. Thank you in advance. But basically, when I'm talking about Fourfold Mercy, which I'm going to get to in just a little bit, that's a perfect example of, like, the minute you see orange on the ground, it is already snapshotted, and you should already be running into it if I told you to run into it. It is very, very fast. If you wait for the animations to complete on something, you are already too slow, and you are probably going to get hit by something. So, yeah, just heads up. This is by far and away the fastest boss in the entire instance. People joke about, oh, is it all downhill from here? This is unironically kind of one of the hardest bosses in the entire dungeon. So, just friendly heads up. It's a good fight. I like this fight, but I'm just letting people know it is fast, just for your awareness. So, okay, so if you want to follow along with other resources while I'm talking, you are welcome to do so. Again, just make sure you move around every now and then so you don't get AFK, because I talk a lot. I'll try to be fast. I appreciate your patience in advance. Thank you very much. Let's get underway. Trinity Seeker starts with raid wide. It's just a plain ass raid wide. There's no other effects. So healers just, heal the raid wide. Pretty straightforward. On other runs, people might ask you to not apply things that give buffs, like, your regens, medicatus, temperances, etc. I'm not worried about that tonight. That's for optimized runs that are trying to do other things that we don't need to worry about. So use all the tools in your toolkit as you see fit. If you're a healer, you do you. There's no rules tonight on that. Just do whatever makes you more comfy to heal. The raid wides are not going to 100 to 0 people, but they do hit pretty hard, and there's a fair amount of them. So just, whenever I call for a raid wide coming up, make sure to heal before or after as needed. So, all right. With that said, Fourfold Mercy is the one I was talking about. There is a GIF right now in Discord if you want to look at that from Opalt. It is very helpful just to kind of see what's going on. But basically, these are the half-room cleaves from DR normal. So the boss is going to do 4 telegraphed half-room cleaves. They are way faster than they are in normal. But the nice part is there's always a pattern to them, and I can tell you what to do in advance of what you need to do. So, for example, I will always be calling true north safe positions. So if I say north, north, south, south, you want to get north of the boss, 2 hits, and then move south of the boss for the last 2 hits. I could say left, right, right, left. Again, that would be true north, safe spots. You get left of the boss, assuming true north, move to the right for 2 hits, and then move back to the left one more time. And I'll again tell you when to move and all that good stuff. But again, just verbiage-wise, if you're listening for sound cues, I'm going to be saying the words north, south, left, and right. And those will always be true north unless something kind of fucky happened, in which case I will specify that and it will be boss relative. I will do my best in that situation, but most of the time the boss should be facing true north and it won't be a problem. The tanks we have tonight are lovely. I have absolute faith in them to make sure that happens, so we'll be fine. But anyway, fast half-room cleaves, just stand where I tell you to for safe spots, move when I tell you to, and we're good. Easy peasy. Okay. That's Fourfold Mercy. That's going to come up a couple times throughout the fight, so just log that in your brain. All right. Next up, Seasons of Mercy. Basically, this is the ice lattice pattern where you're going to find a safe spot in between the ice, and you're going to stand there. An orb is going to spawn on 1, 2, 3, or 4. Do not perceive the orb. Do not ponder the orb. That will give you a petrification debuff, and that's real bad. You don't want that. So if I say the orb is on 2, don't look at 2. Shocker, I know. Then the ice is going to shift to a second ice pattern, so you just move into the safe spot of the new ice pattern. And last but not least, across from the orb will be a flower. The flower will expand and explode. If you're looking for reference of how big the flower is, it's roughly the size of that asylum, rather. If you can see spell effects, that's roughly how big it is. So if I say the flower's on 4, for example, you don't want to be on 4, 1, or 3, because it'll hit you. It won't kill you, but it will give you a doom stack. So, just try to get away from the flower. not perceiving the orb is more important. So if you're going to do one of the two things, don't ponder the orb. That's more important, because if you get petrified, you might just be straight dead. Whereas if you get by the flower, like, it's okay. It's not that bad. You get one attack, it's fine. For those wondering, all these bosses have thrice come ruined. If you get hit by 3 mechanics, you die. So, don't get hit. But if you get hit once or twice, it's fine. Quick wiggle check, make sure you move, do a skill, jump, etc. Again, I know I talk a lot, thank you. Moving on. That's Seasons of Mercy. It'll come out multiple times as well. Standard-ass raid-wide, standard-ass tank buster. Just don't be near the tank. The tank will probably be true north, so pretty straightforward. There's going to be something called Verdant Path. You don't really need to know that, but basically, I'm just going to tell you, hey, get behind the boss. Sides are not safe. Or I might say, get intercardinal the boss. The other areas are therefore not safe. I might say stack behind the boss. You just sit on the boss's butt, which is where you should be most of the time anyway. Pretty straightforward. So again, just, listen for those calls. I will specify, sides aren't safe, get behind the boss, intercards of the boss, etc. We have a stacked tank buster, where the off tank will move with the main tank. Other tanks, you can technically do this if you want to, but if you are going to do it, you got to be responsible for the next part, because immediately after the stacked tank buster is a strictly solo tank buster. If literally everyone, if anyone, is next to the main tank during the solo tank buster, you will kill the tank. They will die. So don't do that, please. If I call for a solo tank buster, if you're not the main tank, you should be on the boss's butt. There's no reason for you not to be on the boss's butt, so you should just be on the boss's butt. Speaking of which, you'll then want to be on the boss's butt for chains. You've all been to the vault, where you pour one out for Harchevant. That's where he gets hit with the old light spear, and you cry about it for multiple hours. That dickhead, that boss, the guy who says filthy rats and sickness must be purged, he does those chains. It's just those. It's literally just those chains. So you just all stack together. You get a little chain above your head. Don't move yet. That chain is then going to actually become the debuff, and then fuck off to Kansas to break your chain. Run away from the person you're chained to. Pretty straightforward. Until you mess up the timeline and save him. That's true. That's a different timeline. You're right. Anyway, that's chains. So just stack nice and simple. Run away when I tell you to. Easy peasy. After that is the blade mechanic. Really straightforward. I'm going to tell you to either get in front of or behind a platform. The platforms being these 4 things that are on the edge of the arena here. These big old metal boys. I'm just going to tell you again, get in front of or behind the platform. Pretty straightforward. And believe it or not, I'm almost done. The barricades. Yeah, barricades, platform. Whatever works for your vernacular in your brain. A-okay. We're almost done though. So, okay. Last major mechanic is rings. Rings and Earthshakers. This is really straightforward. I'm going to be saying this as white sand and green brick, just to differentiate. Try to make it a little easier for some colorblind people too. But just in general, I will be calling the safe places to stand. So I'll tell you, for example, get on white brick. Oh, fuck me. Get on white brick. What did I just say? Get on white sand. That would be safe. Or green brick. If I do that during the raid, you have my permission to laugh at me. Anyway, it's green brick or white sand. I know. We haven't even started yet. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. Okay, so it's going to start with a ring. Belt a moment. Yes. And then here's the important bit. All right, we're refocusing in. Focusing in. Here's the important bit. The important bit is the Earthshaker. The clone is going to exist in the center of the arena. He's going to target 3 people with a tether and a giant circle above them. If you're having difficulty seeing if that tether is on you, I recommend jumping up and down, wiggling, moving away for a second. If it is on you, here's what you need to do. Everyone is going to be stacking on the boss. The boss could be anywhere. Let's just say, for the sake of example, the boss is standing on 4. If you are tethered with an Earthshaker, go literally anywhere else. Do not be on 4. Just go literally anywhere else. I don't care. It can be 3, it can be Bravo, it can be Alpha, it can be 1. Just go away. Because if you hit the entire raid with it, everyone's going to get an Earth debuff, Earth resistance down. And if they get hit twice, everyone's going to die. I have had that happen on a run. It's a really shitty way to lose a run. You don't want to be that person. It's really obvious if you have a giant glowing tether and a big circle above your head. Just fuck off somewhere else. we'll come see you and say hi later, but please don't go bowling. Don't shoot for a high score. Don't go for an ultra kill. Like, just go somewhere else. Anyway, again, that will always come from the center of the arena. It is a conal AoE focused on your character, so just go somewhere else. I will always be telling you what the safe places are. So again, like, you might have a tether, and I say, everyone be on white sand, and you have a tether. If that means as you're running away, you're on green brick and you die, honestly, better 1 than 47. So, like, low key, I'd rather have you die than everyone else. And I won't even blame you for it. Shit happens. But just go away. So, okay. I think I've reinforced that like 15 times. We're all on the same page. All right. Here's the thing. Give you one more little move, by the way, just so you don't get AFK'd. Believe it or not, that's actually basically all the mechanics of Trinity Seeker. The secret to this fight is it's a Nintendo fight where, like, they show you, hey, here's a Goomba and here's a gap. Now here's a Goomba and a gap. We just do multiple things at once. So, for example, we'll be doing Ifrit dashes where I tell you to run in. I didn't really talk about Ifrit dashes, but you just go in circles. I'll tell you how to walk. Anyway, Ifrit dashes and Fourfold Mercy at the same time. So, like, for example, I could say, hey, we're starting on Charlie. We're going to go clockwise. And then as we're moving, I would say, okay, the safe spots are left, right, left. And immediately after we run around, we do Fourfold Mercy. Or another example, we do Seasons of Mercy, which is the ice orb, ice flower. And then immediately after that, we run back together and we get ready to do chains. Probably the hardest one is later in the fight, which is the Earth Rings and a Fourfold Mercy, and then a Seasons of Mercy and other such things. So, for example, just FYI, I could say, start on green brick. We're going to be south, north. We're going to end on white sand. This is an example. That sounds complicated. You'll be fine. If you die, it's not a big deal. But basically, the latter half of the fight is just Trinity Seeker saying, okay, cool, you understood all my mechanics. Now I'm going to throw multiples of them at you at the same time. One last thing to go over really quick. This is true for the entire run. Do not DPS LB3. It is literally a loss of damage in comparison to you pressing like your 1-2-3 combo. Because LB3 does not stack with all the various buffs you have from your tincture and other such things. It's just like a static damage set in that regard. It's not worth it, and we'd rather have the healer LB3, which I will call when it's appropriate to use, because we have a limited number of reses in here. If you haven't already figured it out, you have a little debuff that says you can't res people. You can't res people here. You can only use Lost Arise, which is a 10% chance to res people, and only healers can do that. Technically, there's other ways to res people, but again, LB3 is a very easy way to do it. So if I need LB3, or rather, if your party needs LB3, I will tell you when it's safe to use it, and you just pop it as a healer and use it. Okay, all right. Enough talking. Any questions? Any questions on Trinity Seeker at all? If you are ready to go, feel free to walk past the purple line into the entrance of the arena. If you need a second, or if you have a question, that's totally fine. Feel free to ask. Like I said, this is probably the hardest fight for new people just because it's very fast. But other than that, just have fun. If you die, it's okay. Just watch the rest of the fight. Maybe you'll get a res from someone. You can get back into it. It's not a huge deal. We're here to have fun and learn. Okay. I'm seeing mostly vets behind me. But I want to make sure everyone's good. So if you're all set, feel free to walk past the purple line. If you have a question, don't. Healer, are we using a Rise in combat? You totally can. If you feel comfortable resing people, you absolutely can use a Rise in combat. That is a good question. And yes, Lorianne just had one good note. I didn't bring this up. If you die, let me talk about two things. If you die and you're safe to do so, pop a re-raiser when you get up, because that way you could, re-raise yourself. But there's a couple exceptions to that. Always resolve mechanics first if needed, depending on when you get rezzed. And here's the last thing I didn't talk about. Where we're currently standing is going to be a death wall. If for some reason you walk into the death wall or you get knocked into the death wall or anything like that, calmly, simply walk out of the death floor. Do not sprint. Do not use a re-raise. Do not use a gap close. Just calmly walk out of the death wall. Then use a re-raiser. And then get back into the fight. So, yes, there was a question, by the way, on are we using lost actions? This is a boss. We are popping off. So yes, we're going to use Dervish, Fawn of Power, Lost Fauna Magic, Cure 4. Use Cure 4 on cooldown. It gives a 10% damage buff, and it heals for a shitload of healing. So just use Cure 4 on cooldown. It's really good. Anyway, yeah, you're using all your damage shit. Everyone should have Shell at this point. Only tanks need Protect. So if we haven't done that yet, that's totally fine. I kind of forgot to bring that up earlier, honestly, but go ahead and start dishing out Shell to everyone, and only tanks need Protect. No one else needs it because no one else is going to get hit by auto attacks. So.
Question.
Sure.
Who's main tanking?
It's already established. Raina's got main tank, Zahar's off tank.
Okay.
Dervishes do not stack, FYI. So you can call out, if you have 2 Fizz Range in your party, one person can do it first, and the other person can watch for it to drop off and do theirs second, and then you can actually have infinite uptime Dervish. So, yeah, just do one and then one after. Okay. I'm seeing pretty much everyone's good to go. Any last minute questions? Going once. Going twice.
Yeah, can you start over from the beginning?
No. Or if you come on a different run, yes. All right, I'm starting the countdown. One last little thing. If you're not me or someone who I genuinely want to be talking, please don't talk during the poll. If you'd be so kind. Like if you died and you're bummed out, hey man, it's cool. I understand. But don't say it over voice, please. If you need to mute yourself so you don't accidentally talk, I would recommend doing that. That's smart. But with that said, we're going to get going in just a second here.
Where I died and I bummed out.
No. That's one of the people I trust. All right, here we go. Train Seeker is going to start with the plain ass, normal ass raid wide. Pop all your big buffs right now, by the way. All those big buffs, you're popping them right now. Now is the time. Seize the means, gamers. All right. First real mechanic. Fourfold Mercy will be coming up shortly. Don't worry, the boss will be facing north. Again, all calls are true north safe spots. 2 movements. That'd be, let's see, south, north, north, south. South, north, north, south. Get ready. Go. Wait just a second. Go again. Look away from the orb on 3. Run away from the flower. Resolve the ice pattern. If you already died, don't worry. That's expected. It's pretty normal. All right, back on the bus. Kind of a regular ass raid wide. Oh, nope. On the boss. Sides aren't safe. On the boss. On the boss. Sides aren't safe. On the boss. On the boss. On the boss. We skip. That's a good sign. All right. Stacked Tank Buster. Stacked Tank Buster is next. Yo, skippers. I love a good skip. Solo Tank Buster. If you're not the main tank, do not be next to the main tank. Everyone else is stacking behind the boss for chance. Everyone else is chilling for a second. All right, wait for these chains. Do not leave yet. Just stack and chill out. We are going to get in front of platforms. Not yet. Wait. Okay, break these chains. Get in front of a platform. Break these chains. Get in front of a platform. Any platform's fine, but get in front of the platform. Back on the boss. The edges of the arena are not safe, so please be next to the boss. We're going to do some Ifrit line dashes. I'll tell you exactly where to go. Go to Bravo. We're going to go clockwise. We're going to hide behind 3's platform. Hide behind 3's platform. If you got hit in the death wall, calmly walk out of the death wall. Raid wide's coming up, by the way, before you do anything else. If you got in the death wall, that's okay. Just calmly walk out of the death wall first. All right, be behind the boss. Everyone's on the boss's butt. We're all just chilling on the boss's butt. Easy peasy. All right, now is a really good time to just focus on your damage rotation. Nothing's going to be happening for a little bit. You can just kind of hang out and vibe. You can res people if you're a healer and you have time. If you want to try to rise in people, now's a good time to do it. You don't have to, but if you have time, feel free. Get ready to move out of these lines for me. Move out now. All right, we're doing Earthshakers. Green brick. Green brick is safe. Green brick. Green brick. From now on, Earthshakers will be coming up with these. So please just pay extra attention to my calls. If you don't have a tether, stand next to the boss. It'll make it easier. The boss is going to jump, so it's going to move. All right, white sand. White sand. Check for tethers in a second here. Go tether. Fuck off to Kansas. Tethers. Fuck off to Kansas. Go, 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 go. Good job. All right, we're gonna do it again. Green brick. Tethers away. Green brick. Tethers away. Good job, tethers. Just dodge those lines. Doing really good, guys. Doing really, really good. We might skip here, so just be ready for a quick little call. We'll see. All right, general raid wide, we're good. We didn't skip. Everything's chill. All right, so here's the thing. The boss is going to be facing true north. I want you to move to intercardinals. Be out of melee, intercardinal of the boss. Be out of melee, intercardinal of the boss. Good job. All right, back on the boss. Be close to the boss, please. The sides of the arena are not going to be safe again. We're going to do Ifrit dashes again. This is going to be Ifrit dashes with a fourfold mercy. Just listen to the calls. Go to Charlie for me. We're going to go clockwise. Just wait for these clone lines. We're going to slowly start moving clockwise. You can start moving now. Easy movement. It's going to be left, left, right, right. Again, this is true north. It's going to be left, left, right, right. You can go right now. Left, left, right, right of the boss. Get ready. Don't move just yet. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Go. Look away from the orb on 4. Run away from the flower on 2. Resolve the ice pattern. You can pop sprint if you need to. Regroup outside of the flower and stack up as best you can for these chains. Just stack as best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. And run away. Run away, run away. Break those chains. Raid wide's coming up. Heal people up. Now's a good time to pump. A regular ass tank buster is going to be on Reyna shortly. Reyna will move the boss, but just don't be nice to the main tank if you're not the main tank. Nice and simple. You guys are doing great. Keep it up, by the way. Next up is going to be rings, the earthen rings, brick, white sand, etc., with a fourfold mercy, followed by seasons of mercy. It's a lot of calls, so just listen out, but we'll be just fine. I'll tell you exactly what to do. True north safe spots. Okay, we're going to be south, south, north, north, starting on white sand. Start on white sand. Get ready to move. All right, get ready. Go. End on green brick. Be north on green brick. Any green brick's fine, just be north on green brick. Could do one more of these. White sand. Just be on white sand. Any white sand's fine, just be on white sand. Seasons of Mercy. Look away from the orb on 4. Run away from the flower. Clone lines are going to come out. Ignore them. Do the ice pattern first. Do the ice pattern first. Do that. Now move. Sorry, I didn't really talk about that, but you guys got it. You're gaming. All right. Back on the boss. Healers. After this raid wide, if you have lots of dead people and you have LB3, now's a great time to use it. Otherwise, save it for later. Be on the boss's butt. Be on the boss's butt. Sides are not safe. Cal, thank you for the reminder. We will talk about that after this boss. I should have brought that up, but all good. We'll talk about that afterwards. All right. Next up, I'm going to tell you either to get in front of or behind a platform. And we're going to have a clone do 4 corners. Healers, if you need LB3, if you haven't already done it, save it. Just because we have to move pretty soon. So we're going to be in front of a platform up north. Get in front of a platform up north. Then we're going to do a fourfold mercy with this clone here. So be left, left, right, right of the clone in just a second. Wait first. Wait. Okay, left, left, right, right of this clone up north here. Get ready to move. Go now. Healers LB3. Healers LB3. And you kill the boss shortly. Break these chains. Break these chains. Healers LB3 if you need to. And kill the boss. I don't feel like calling anymore. Raid wide's coming out. Healers LB3, get people up. LB3 now or forever hold your peace. Okay, that was great. Really good job. Nice. All right, 2 things. There are traps in these hallways. As you can see, Zahar is currently trying to find them. Don't touch the traps. There is personal loot. That is your loot. If you didn't open up the treasure chest, come back and open that. That's literally for you. Healers, most of you already know the deal, but if you're rezzing someone, just stand on top of the body because we have a limited number of rezzes. That way we don't accidentally waste extras. So if you're actively rezzing someone, just stand on top of their corpse, just so we all know. If you're not a healer, you can go to the next boss, except if you're in Party F. If you're in Party F, please hang out. I'm going to give the floor to Pash real quick. You're going to hang out next to Pash. Pash is going to get some buffs from you, and then Pash is going to go do the duel. If you're not in party F,
Pash is DC.
I'm sure he'll be back in a second. But anyway, basically TLDR, if you're not in party F, go east, as Osmond is currently doing air traffic control to tell you to. Do not touch the glowy golden pad. Please, I will be sad if you touch it. Because that is for one person and one person only, and that person is Pash. So please follow air traffic controller Oswin Carver telling you to go east. Unless you're in party F, in which case you're going to vibe here for a second. Pash will be back, I'm sure, in just a moment. And you're going to give Pash some buffs. So. For those wondering, that is where the duel takes place. Pash was talking about it earlier, but basically the duel is a one-man fight against a Minotaur. If you win, you do double damage for the rest of the raid. You have twice your health and all kinds of other crazy shit. If you lose, we literally can't res you because we can't get to you. F's in chat, salutes to a gamer. You're gonzo, you're dunzo. It is what it is. So that's why on Fresh Prog, we like to let people who are interested in the duel do the duel because, hey, if you fuck it up, who cares? It's Fresh Prog. It's not that big of a deal. All right, Blank, I'm going to assume you got Pash, but I can help you res if needed. Otherwise, for those who are showing up at Dahu, do not pull Dahu. I will be sad. So will Pash, because you'll lock him out of the duel. So just hang out for a second, and I'll be up there in just a little bit. And we'll talk through Dahu, and we'll keep on going. So. Just FYI, someone has a lovely keyboard. It is hot. Just so I'll try to see who it is next time. Just so
that's me.
Okay, just letting you know.
Yeah.
But you're okay though, Pash, because you have the floor, so you're allowed.
Yep. I'll just need once I'm up. I'll just need protect and like standard.
I can hook
stuff.
it with protect, no problem
Is there,
there. And your party
back
is
there
here.
rezzing
So.
you?
Yeah, Blank's got it, and I'm here with him, so
Okay.
we're chill. Sorry, folks. Please stand by. Technical difficulties getting the duelist to come back to life. He really doesn't feel like it, apparently.
I'm already down like half my horizons.
Pash about to set a record right now?
I mean, it's a long record.
Isn't the record like 80 something?
It's really high up there.
67.
No, we're in the 70s now for sure.
Oh, God.
I can't remember the exact number, but I know for sure we're in the 70s.
Question.
Nah, Floop, you're good. If Blank doesn't get it slow here, I'm going to start doing it because I always forget to use my rises anyway because I'm too busy calling. So honestly, I'd rather just start doing it. But thank you for the offer.
Is there any restrictions on who can be a duelist? Like,
Nope.
Because of holsters and such? Or...
I have died 5 times on White Mage and cleared because I re-resed 5 times.
That's a great video for the
It was
record.
really funny.
You can watch it in real time. It's really embarrassing, and I did it for charity, so. But I cleared. I cleared, damn it. I was there and I cleared. And that's why people also call them rare razors, because, yeah, I had stupid luck and res there 4 or 5 times.
Because that was on the 70%
God, that
re-razors,
fight's
not
hard.
the 80% ones.
They do res rares, that's true.
Rare. It's only
Sorry
that
to cut you.
hard.
Ash needs some help raising.
Yeah, I don't want you to get AFK'd. I'm going to just start doing it at this point.
Do you want me to just insta-res?
Nah. I mean, well, Patch, let me know if your timer's ticking down, but otherwise, I'm good. I got it.
So,
Hey, let's go.
Just
He
needed
shoots,
Rare
he
to do it.
scores.
All
right.
I think Lost Tree Race does tend to be a good thing to bring, especially if when you're a vet, because you tend to die less often as a vet.
One
so that
second,
means-
sorry. Just so Patch can get what he needs. I apologize for him. So,
Yeah. Protect.
Yep, there you go.
And just standard step me whenever dancer, and I'll just go.
Don't forget about the trap at the bottom of the elevator.
I will not.
You got this, buddy. I believe in you. All right. Okay, Patch is on deafen. He's off doing something. Hello, literally everyone else. Thank you for being patient. I appreciate it. All right, this is Dahu. In this house, we don't respect this alligator. I'm not going to explain the entire fight because in the interest of time, I promise it's not necessary. Don't pull him yet. Now we could technically pull him. That's the message that Pash has started the duel. We're not going to do it just yet, though. There's one little thing we're talking about really, really quick. All right. Okay. There's this mechanic where he's doing fire breath, and numbers are going to come out, right? If a number is on your noggin, I need you to go to the number that corresponds with the marker, and then I need you to stand on an ad next to that marker. So just to reiterate, because this is genuinely really important. If you have a number on your head, go to the marker that corresponds to that number, and don't stand on the marker, stand on an ad that is next to the marker. Dahu is going to breathe fire on you. It's going to kill that ad. And that's really genuinely important for stuff later on. So if you have a number above your head, please don't be greedy. Pop sprint, dodge AoEs, go where you need to go, and stand there right away. Thank you in advance. Fuck Dahu. I'm not explaining the rest of the fight. Zahar, 3, 2, 1, YOLO. Alright, welcome to Dahu. Dahu starts with Dance Dance Revolution. A bunch of AoEs are going to appear under your feet. Don't stand in them. They're AoEs. Shocker, I know. You don't have to use lost actions on this fight, by the way. You can if you want to, but you don't need to. It's a trash boss. There's no range. Keep watching your feet. More AoEs are dropping. Dahu's going to shoulder charge. You shoulder charge north. Don't be in front of Dahu. He's going to charge one more time, so continue to not be in front of Dahu. He's going straight south. Just don't be straight south. Now get to the next side of him. Get to the side of Dahu. Pop sprint if you need to. Get out of that fire breath. The fire breath is bad. Lion line AoEs are going to be coming out shortly, along with numbers. Numbers is the important thing we talked about. If you get a number above your head, please, for love of God, just go to that marker and stand on an ad next to it. So, all right, numbers are starting shortly here. Numbers are out. Check if you have a number. If you do, please go take care of it. It is genuinely really important. All right, thank you very much, folks. A left-right smash is going to happen. Get ready to get to one side of Dahu. I'll tell you which one it is. It's going to be really obvious. Get left. Get ready to move right. Move right. All right, there's going to be a knockback. Just get knocked back into any open area. Any open area is fine. Look behind you. Any open area is fine. Doesn't matter. Any open area is fine. All right. Don't be in front of Dahu. He's going to go clockwise. It's just a big old fire breath. Don't be in front of Dahu. Don't be in front of Dahu. All right, southeast is now a safe spot. You can just stand here the entire time. He's just going to keep on rotating, but southeast is safe. If you're southeast, you're fine. All right, some ads are going to spawn. They're just a bunch of cats. Please murderize them. All DPS is on the ads. All DPS is on the ads. You can wait for them to come up to Dahu if you want for like AoE purposes and melee and all that. That's fine, but everyone's killing kitties. Just ignore the boss for a second. Everyone's killing kitties. Alright, after this is going to be Dance Dance Revolution Ultimate Mode. There's going to be left-right smash. There's going to be ground AoEs. There's going to be lion lines. A whole bunch of shit's happening. Just watch your feet. You can max range the left-right smash if you want by standing really far away from Dahu. That's fine. But just, watch your feet. Move around. Get ready to go left or right. Get right. And move left. Okay, numbers are happening again. This is the giga important thing. If you have a number, pop sprint. Don't get by an AoE, but go right away. Go, 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 go. I know Dahu's gonna die, but you should still do it. Okay, Dahu's dead. There is personal loot. Don't forget it. All right. Get your treasure chest, and every single person, please give me an 07 in chat for our boy Pash. The hero. The man we needed. Unfortunately, he was not victorious, if it wasn't already obvious. So we're pouring one out for our homie. We love him. We're going to give him another try later on, though, so it's all good. He'll get his revenge run.
About Dahu, what do the cats do if they're not killed?
They get increasing damage buffs, if you didn't notice. So they become murderizing angry cats if you don't kill them. Which is really funny, but also really bad. So that's why we just murderize the cats right away. They just get more powerful over time. So
it's the reason usually a tank or two will provoke after all 6 of them spawn on some runs.
All right, welcome to Queensguard, everyone. For those wondering, as you can see, Zahar is walking up to the boss. They won't aggro, but if you touch them, I'm gonna yell at you. So you can walk up there, that's fine, but don't touch. Resist the urge. Do not touch the boss. You can walk up there. They won't aggro. So, okay. Just FYI, I know it's late. We will be taking a break when we get to Trinity Avowed or wipe, whatever happens first. We're not gonna wipe. I believe in you guys. You guys are fucking gaming today. But we'll take a full break when we get to Trinity Avowed. So just heads up. We're gonna keep on going for now. So here we go. Oh, okay. I was so confused. I might be doing a little crime time right now, and I heard some not in-game music, and I was like, is that coming over Discord? Like, what is that? No, people are just doing some crimes. So anyway, sorry. Okay, focusing up. Queensguard. This fight is... No, you're fine. This fight is pretty straightforward. It's not that difficult. In my humble opinion, at least, I think it's the easiest fight here. So I'm going to explain everything, though. The biggest thing is just there are multiple jobs for various roles, tanks and healers mostly, that have specific things that they do need to do. So just, be aware of that. I'll explain things, though. We're going to be just fine. So is it a hot take to say Queensguard is the hardest to call? I think Trinity Seeker's harder, personally. But I could understand why people would feel bad about wiping on Queensguard, because it is easy to make a missed call that results in a wipe on Queensguard, and that sucks. But I would say the calls themselves are easier. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off topic. Back on topic. Okay. First thing we're going to do, before anything else, real quick, if you'd be so kind for me, keep shout and yell chat clear for just a second. Okay. Zahar already fucking knew. All right, she's got it. So tanks, if you are interested in tanking something, here's what I need. I need a soldier gunner. No, sorry. Soldier knight tank. My apologies. I need a west turret and an east turret, and I need a north 1, a north 2, a south 1, and a south 2. Okay, got my turrets covered, got my souths covered, got my main and tanks covered, got north 2. I just need a north 1. Perfect. Okay, if you are a tank and you didn't just take any of those jobs, for the record, totally fine. But you are my backups. So if an emergency happens and a tank dies, they're going to say, hey, this is my job in chat, and I'm dead. And just assume you need to do it until told otherwise. But we'll be fine. But just FYI, those are tank roles. I'll explain what the fuck that is in just a second. If you're like, what is this Latin that we're all speaking to each other? I'll go in detail, don't worry. But anyway. Okay. Queensguard, let's get jamming. So basically, this fight I'm going to break down to like 3 little phases, right? So the first phase is going to be our friends, the warrior and the knight. The second phase is going to be soldier and gunner. And the last phase is kind of all 4 of them, but also kind of not. I'll explain when we get there. So first phase, well, technically speaking, the phase 0, if you will, is they're all just standing here doing AoEs, and we just beat the shit out of all of them. That's it. Like, they just do AoEs, we beat them up, they disappear, and then we start the actual fight. So anyway, moving on. Okay. Queensguard Part 1. Warrior Knight. The important thing about this phase is for healers, all healers, hi, hello. This is where we're going to be using... You don't slot it in yet. You don't need to slot it in yet, but this is where we're going to be using Still Sting and Spellforge. And how this fight works is basically the bosses are going to be completely immune to either physical or magical damage. So you use Still Sting and Spellforge to buff people, just like you've done in Zadnor and Bozja, to the other damage type that is appropriate, so they can, kill the bosses. So for example, casters, like Black Mage for example, will need Still Sting to do physical damage. Samurai will need Spellforge to do magical damage. Pretty straightforward, right? So you always just give them the opposite buff as needed. However, healers, here's the really important thing. There are special boys in this game. I don't know if you knew this. Some classes actually had mixed damage types. Those classes are Red Mage, Reaper, Bard, Ninja, Paladin, and Dark Knight. There's also a picture of that in Discord right now if you need to reference it. If you have any of those in your party right now, those are your special boys. They will always need one of the 2 buffs. So that way they're always doing all physical damage, or they're always doing all magical damage. They will always need a buff. As an example, if it's, hey, everyone's doing physical damage, a samurai doesn't need Still Sting. A samurai does physical damage. But a Red Mage would need that. A Reaper would need that. A Bard, a Ninja, Paladin, Dark Knight, and so on, because they do mixed damage types. Pretty straightforward, but just check your party real quick. If you have any of those special boys, just make sure that both healers are aware they will always need one of the 2 buffs. If it wasn't already obvious, you can't have I'm doing all physical damage and I'm doing all magical damage at the same time. That's not how math works. They override each other. So you just give them one or the other as is appropriate. Pretty straightforward. I'll also be saying drop, Steel Sting, apply Spellforge. Drop Spellforge, apply Steel Sting as necessary. Friendly reminder as I'm talking, make sure to move every now and then so you don't get AFK. Thank you in advance. Okay, moving on. Next thing is Sword and Shield and bombs. There are a shitload of pictures in Discord right now that look like shitposts. These are not shitposts. These are actual, legitimate things that will help you with this fight. So if you start from where it says Shield Omen and there's a picture of a dude going bowling, start there and work your way down. I'll explain them as we go. So here's how this works. If it's Shield, we're going bowling. We'll start with the harder one first. So basically, if you look at pictures 2 and 3, you want to be at an acute angle of the blue orb, and more importantly, the blue line, coming from the knight to the center of the arena. So if you look at the second picture, it's showing you where you want to stand. Acute angle of the blue line. You'll get knocked from the center to your bomb via a knockback. That's the third picture where someone's getting knocked back so you can see it. How this works is gravity is either going to be normal or gravity is going to be inversed. You don't really have to think about it that way though, because I'm literally going to tell you tethers to small, rests to large, or tethers to large, rests to small. How do you know if you have a tether or not? You should have seen a tether prior on only your character. If you see a tether on your character, you have a tether. If you don't see a tether on your character, you don't have a tether. If you have difficulty seeing the tether, you will also get a debuff that shows the scales, you're off-centered. That implies that you had a tether as well, if you missed it for some reason. But again, the call is going to be basically tethers to small bombs, rest to large. Nice and easy. Or the inverse, right? So just pay attention if you have a tether or not. That's how it works. So again, shield is a slightly more complicated one because you have to get knocked back from the center at an acute angle of the blue line towards the bomb you want. And then you just stand next to that bomb. Sword is stupid easy. Where I am currently standing, hi, hello, this is your raid lead. I have a safety circle on my head. Anywhere out here is fine. On this outer lap of the arena is fine for sword. You want to be on the edge of the arena for sword. Obviously, don't stand in the death wall. There's going to be a death wall. But just the edge of the arena is fine. The center isn't safe. Very straightforward. That's how sword works. Okay. Any questions on bombs at all? Pretty straightforward. Just going to pause for a second. Going once. Going twice. Moving on. Okay. All right. After bombs, we dispel the warrior. Tanks will take care of that, so don't worry. Well, they already know what they're doing there. We do a bunch of damage, we're pumping, and then we're going to move on to the next shitpost that isn't a shitpost, which is the other tether mechanic. If you get a tether, tethers are going to go to green wind. If you do not have a tether, you're going to go to purple gravity or lightning. Whatever's easier for you to parse. This is picture 4, by the way, if you're following me along with the shitposts. From there, we're going to run to the center of the arena. If it's Shield Omen, we're going to stand next to the boss. If it's Sword Omen, we're going to run away from the boss. Pretty straightforward, just like with bombs, right? So Sword is out, Shield is in. There's going to be these big nails next to the boss. Those are bad. We just find a safe place, either away or next to the boss that isn't covered by a nail, and we stand there. Again, picture 4 shows exactly how this works. Pretty straightforward. It's the Garuda Ifrit nails from Eden way back in the day, or just Garuda nails, I guess.
Really quick before we get too much farther, on the tethers to wind, do you
Yes.
still need to abide by the in and out of sword and shield, or is it kind of just like
Great
be in wind?
question. You just be in wind. Super
Okay.
good question. Yeah, so how the order of operations there, totally good question, is you just do tethers green to wind, non-tethers to purple gravity lightning, and then we go in or out immediately after that's resolved. But that's an excellent
Okay,
question.
so
You just do the
it-
tethers first.
Okay, got it.
Thank you for asking. Okay. So basically, that's kind of the end of the first part of the fight. What happens is this just loops. So we do some raid wides, we do some tank busters, and we just do everything I just talked about. We just do it again. The patterns might be slightly different. It could be shield instead of sword. It could be Spellforge instead of Steel Sting. You might get a tether this time when you didn't before, but the functional mechanics are the exact same. And then we just do it however long we need to until they die or we see them reach. We'll kill them. We'll be fine. But, they're going to keep doing their same thing. All right. Any other questions on part 1 at all? I know this takes me a little while to explain. I'm just trying to be detailed so that way you guys know what's up. Thank you for being patient. It's a little boring sometimes just hearing someone talk a lot, so I appreciate it. All right, not seeing any questions. We're going to move on to part 2. Part 2 is pretty straightforward, so this won't take very long. All right, part 2. You all are going to be doing big pog damage to the boss. I have a date with some lovely frogs that are actually fireballs. I'm going to tell you a safe place to stand. I might say 2, 3, Bravo, Delta, whatever, right? You just go to that marker. That's a safe place to be. Once you're at that marker, you're going to get the Mustadio gap. We've all fought Mustadio, the sniper from... it's not Leader on the Lighthouse. I think it's the other one. I always get it wrong. But anyway, it's the alliance raid you had to do to come here. You fought Mustadio before. I know you have. Don't say you haven't. So you just point the gap towards the gunner. The gunner will always be in the center to make it really easy. You just point the gap towards the gunner. And then turrets are going to be on your left or your right. I will tell you to turn your gap towards the turret. Pretty straightforward. So again, gaps center towards the gunner. I will tell you, basically just as soon as you get hit. I'll also call it out, but as soon as you get hit, you just turn your gap to the left or right to be in line with whatever turret is to your immediate left or right. Make sure you're in line with only one turret. They do slightly cross over, so if you're standing between 2 turrets, you're going to have a bad time because you're going to get shot twice. They're pretty big. It's pretty straightforward. So again, just look for a turret. Is it to your left or your right? Understand what way you need to turn. Get hit by the boss. Turn your gap. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. That's how the gap works. After that, we're going to have some tank busters, some raid wides. My turret tanks are going to turn their tank stance. We're going to do sniper turrets. They're just ads. Everyone kills the sniper turrets. It's very straightforward. They're going to die. We don't really need to talk about it much other than the tanks that have those turrets. We're going to invuln a turret shot that would otherwise potentially kill them. So, okay. After that, here's the important bit. You've all been to Baja before. You've been to Castrum before. The fire and ice stuff, that's going to happen again. If it's a fire portent, do nothing. Sheath your weapon. Don't emote. Don't jump. Don't attack. Do nothing. Just nothing. If it's ice, just keep moving the entire time. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Just keep moving. So, again, fire bad. Sheath weapon. Do nothing. Stand still. Head empty. Thoughts empty. Ice, just move. Pretty straightforward. And yes, everyone should move right now so you don't get AFK. I'm almost done. I know I talk so much. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. If we even see it, basically the last part is just the fucking soldier spawns some clones of himself and he puts AoEs on the ground. He jumps around. And I tell you a safe place to be. And then you point your gap towards the gunner again and the portal again. And then some basic bitch bounce turrets, like the literal basic DR normal bounce turrets where they shoot into each other that causes the other one to shoot into the other. Those bounce turrets, those are in here as well. Like literally it's the exact same thing as DR normal. They don't function any different. They are just bounce turrets. I doubt we'll even see them, but on the off chance we do, they're just the DR normal bounce turrets. Just don't stand in front of where they're shooting and you're good. We lost B's main tank. Okay. Was it a disconnect or like a full gonzo? I hope it wasn't an A.
I was AFK and then just came back and I forgot to move.
Oh, all right. Learn from Raider's mistake. Have some
My
chin.
bad.
It's okay. It happens. Okay, I need an east turret. Por favor. I need an east turret. Any volunteer? It's really easy. You just pick up the tank, or you pick up the turret, get aggro, and press your invul when I tell you to. It's all right. Ludo's got it. Cool. All right, Zahar, Opal, you guys can continue to do your other jobs that you've been assigned to or just be backups. So I'll let Ludo do it. He's got it. Okay. Anyway, lesson learned. It's always a vet. It's always a vet. Newbies, take heart. This is why you do the wiggle check. So anyway. Okay. I'm almost done, I promise. Very last phase. This is very straightforward. A, B, and C goes north. D, E, and F goes south. The bosses are going to put shields around themselves. These are coat of arms shields. Don't attack the bosses if you can see the coat of arms shield in front of you. Move to the side of the boss that doesn't have a coat of arms shield and attack it from there. That is the proper way to attack those bosses. Healers, there's currently a Queen's Guard Reflect chart in Discord. I'm going to actually pull it up one more time just so we can all easily see it. Healers talk to each other. All the healers are standing in these yellow circles. So just as an example, I'll be standing in A1, so my partner should have A2 covered. There are multiple healers in each group, so all of these can be covered. What you do is you just stand in these circles, pop Reflect or Light Curtain, either works, and you just have it kill itself because you reflected it, it dies, right? There is enough time for you to do 2 orbs, so every healer should automatically assume that every other healer somehow is magically fucked up, and you need to do 2 orbs. Most of the time you probably won't, but you should just assume you need to, and always check for a second. You can literally pop sprint, run across court, and get a second one if you're faster. I've done it before. So every healer, just openly assume until proven otherwise, you need to reflect 2 orbs, do the first one you've been assigned to, and then check immediately around to see if there's a second one you can pick up. If you're not a healer and you have a light curtain, you want to pad your DPS, you can technically do this too, and that's fine. I won't yell at you, but it's just padding your DPS. So, okay. The only other thing we haven't talked about, and we're almost done, I swear to God, is at North and South, there are these blue orbs called Aura Spheres. Those need to die. So the tanks that are North 1 and South 1 will turn on the tank stance. Can't talk. Will turn on the tank stance, get aggro, and then everyone strictly kills Aura Spheres. Those have to die first. Then you can go head empty and kill the bosses as much as you want. But you have to kill the Aura Spheres first. So ABC is up north, you're killing the North Aura Sphere. EF is down south, you're killing the South Aura Sphere. That's like giga important, and we're going to do that twice. Healers, you're also reflecting orbs twice. Like, it's going to happen 2 times is what I'm saying. Other than that, head empty, hit boss. Don't stand in front of coat of arms, because bad things will happen to you. But, like, that's pretty much it. I have one question here in regards to turrets. Tanks will provoke, wait for the cast bar, and then, you know, as the cast bar is ticking down, pop your anvil. Yes. Real fast question, how do I tell which bomb I go to? Totally good question. More than happy to answer, no worries. So, here's what's going to happen. As the bombs are dropping, a bunch of tethers might go out. There's an important asterisk here. I don't want you to care if the bombs are tethered or not. It doesn't matter. All I want you to care about is if you are tethered or not. Based upon if you are tethered or not, I will tell you what to do. And it'll be really obvious. So like if you're tethered, you'll know. And I'll say tethers to small bombs, rest to large. Or I'll say tethers to large bombs, rest to small. You don't really need to think about if the bombs are tethered or not. That's my job to think about. If you want to, more power to you, but like you don't need to, because assuming I'm doing my job, and God willing I am, I'll call what you need to do. But does that answer your question? Does that make sense? Cool. Awesome. All right. Quick raid check. Make sure to wiggle. Don't get AFK'd. If you're ready to go, you can also start moving up towards the boss. Don't pull them. I'm watching you, but you can go up next to him. It's fine. Only tanks need protect. What's up?
Quick question about Steel Spell. I assume I would slot that over Shell.
Yes. Yeah, you can slot that over Shell, or if you have like a Lost Arise that's partially used, that's also fine. Good question. Healers, now is the time to go ahead and start slotting in that Steel Sting and Spellforge if you haven't already done so. Again, it is set on the roster who has what, or you can just talk to your partner. Maybe someone has both, like that's fine, as long as it's covered. If your party is missing a Steel Sting or a Spellforge, that's fine. It happens. Just let us know now before we pull, please, because we can fix it. So healers, just make sure you confirm. Sorry, I should have brought that up earlier. So. But otherwise, I'm going to assume people are okay. Okay, so I have party A ready, B ready, C ready, Dreddy. B needs Steel Sting. Okay, that's totally fine. All right, here's what we're gonna do, real quick. So, and yes, I will be announcing when to use them. That is correct. All right, not a big deal. If you're in party B and you are one of the following: a caster, or a special boy. I need you to line up along the western wall like you're doing, like, I don't know, like a fashion show. You know, you're showing off your glam. Just kind of line up against that wall. If you're in Party B, you are a caster or special boy. Oh, there's a lot of you. Okay, that's fine. We can make this work. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. If you have Steel Sting, you're going, if you're in another party and you have Steel Sting, you are going to adopt a child. You're going to be responsible for those children to give them Steel Sting. So I will go ahead and take Vienna and Ludo, because those are just easy names for me to remember. So I'll be responsible for 2. I can pick that up. That's not a big deal. So Vienna and Ludo I'll take care of. I'm gonna mark both if you don't mind, just so I can find it. Focus target that person, FYI. If you're another healer, it's going to make your life way easier if you just focus target that person. I'm going to mark my 2 because I'm picking up 2, and I'm cool like that. So Kalal needs 1, and Eridan needs 1. So if you're in another party, any other party, and you're the healer that's doing Steel Sting, please go adopt the child. Please stand next to that child and adopt them. Please, they need love, care, and attention. So Kalal's adopted? Excellent. Okay, do I have anyone adopting Eridan? I need all healers. If you're a Steel Sting healer, I need you to do it.
Eridan as well.
All right, Robin's got it. Robin's got it. Cool. Thank you. Healers, thank you for adopting a child. Welcome to the adoption program at Queensguard. It happens. It's not that big of a deal. That's why we cover it. So please just don't forget they exist. I've been known to do that from time to time. Then they don't do any damage, and they get really sad. So please just make sure to give them Steel Sting if they need it when appropriate. Okay. Anyway, I think Party E was good. Party F was good. All right, everyone's ready. Go ahead and walk up towards the boss for me. Here's what we're going to do real quick. When I start the countdown, healers, give all of your party, as is appropriate, either Steel Sting or Spellforge, whatever's the opposite of the damage they normally do, and then they can just click it off if they don't need it when they get there. And you might need to again give the special boys and now your adopted children the other buff as needed. All right, when the countdown starts, start dishing out the buffs. Countdown has started. Healers, please re-dish out Steel Sting and Spellforge. Do not forget your children. Pretty please in advance, thank you. Again, this fight is going to start with a number of raid wides. They hit, like, pretty hard. Just heal between them. But it's just basic raid wides. Everyone else, pop off. Do a shitload of AoE damage. It's Queensguard. I believe in you. Here we go. Make sure to heal the tanks, too. Because, they're tanky. So that's a thing. But other than that, do damage. Pop your cooldowns. Seize the means. Now is the time. Etc., etc. Always and forever combat. Alright, this is only a partial raid wide because you guys did so much fucking damage, one of them already ran away. That's a good thing, by the way. Okay. They're going to reposition. Tanks to your spots. Just split the damage 50-50. We didn't really talk about this. They just kind of have to die roughly at the same time. So just split up 50-50. It doesn't have to be perfect. I can always tell you to move to the left when you need to. Get ready. Okay, drop Spellforge. Apply Steel Sting. Double check your special boys. Double check your special boys. Drop Spellforge. Apply Steel Sting. Check for special boys. Alright, get ready to go potentially bowling or on the edge here. Alright, it's on the edge. Just be on the edge of the arena. The center of the arena is not safe. If you're tethered, tethers to large bombs, rest to small. On the edge of the arena. Tethers to large bombs, rest to small on the outside of the arena. Do not be in the center. Tethers to large, rest to small, outside. If you were tethered, move into an explosion. It's a safe spot. Great job. Back on the bosses. Damage split looks fine. Get ready to dispel the warrior. The tanks are doing that, don't worry. Dispel the warrior, please. A raid ride will be coming out shortly, so just top off your family if they are a little damaged, a little hurt. Give them some heals, give them some love. But we are doing just fine. We're hanging out for a little bit. Said now's a good time to just kind of pump. Okay, this is just a filler cast, but after this, tethers are going to go to green wind. Non-tethers are going to go to purple lightning gravity. Check for a tether right now. If you had a tether, you're going to go to green wind. Okay, just go where you need to go. Make sure you're only in one of the two. It is shield omen. We're going to run into the center and stay next to the knight on the safe side where you don't see a nail. South. south of the boss. Straight south of the boss. Nice and close. Good job. Back on the bosses, dispel the warrior again, please. Raid wide's coming out. Iggy says hello. That's my cat. She's my co-caller. Hey, a little more damage on warrior. Don't need everyone, just like a little more. Tank busters. Make sure to heal your tanks. Make sure to heal your tanks. Yeah, eyes. Okay, we can go 50-50 again. Thank you. Good job on damage. Yeah, hi, I'm a little busy. All right. Drop Steel Sting, apply Spell Forge. Healers, sorry, extra work. Drop Steel Sting, apply Spell Forge. You do need to swap the buffs, healers. You do need to swap the buffs. Drop Steel Sting, apply Spell Forge. Watch out for your special boys. Your bards, ninjas, red mages, reapers, paladins, dark knights, and ninjas. This is shield. We're gonna go bowling. Get knocked back. If you have a tether, go to a large bomb, rest to small. You're gonna get knocked back from the center to the bomb. Acute angle of the blue line. Acute angle of the blue line, get knocked to your bomb. Tethers to large, rest to small. Move now, move now, move now. If you had a tether, move into that explosion. It's a safe spot. Great job. If you died, don't worry. Just back on the bosses. We're about to phase transition here, so healers, if you have time, now's a good time to res, but if you don't, it's okay. Dispel the warrior. There is a raid wide. We'll probably see it, maybe not, but just plan on seeing it, healers. Just make sure to top people off just in case. Yeah, it did go off. So. All right. Phase 2. Healers, you do not need Steel Stinger Spell Forge at all for the entire rest of the raid. You can just get rid of it for a rise or whatever else you need. Just FYI. Tanks to your positions, please. Everyone, now's a good time just to do a bunch of damage. I have a date with some fireball frogs, and I'm just going to tell you what to do in a little bit, but you all can just kind of pump. So just, you know, split 50-50, do your damages, etc., etc. All right. Great frogs of the pond. Where is the safe spot today? As Fi would say, the water's turning the frickin' frogs gay. The frogs are telling me that 3 is a safe spot, so go to 3. Point your gap towards the center. You have a little bit of time, but now point your gap towards the center. Make sure you're aligned with 1 turret. And get ready to turn. Turn now, turn now, turn now. Turn to that turret, turn to that turret. All right. Back on it. If you died, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Tank Buster, Tank Buster, Tank Buster. Raid wide's coming up shortly, healers. Just FYI if you want to top people off. Raid wide's coming out. Turret tanks. Turn on your tank stance. More damage on soldier, by the way. Yes, thank you. But turret tanks. Turn on your tank stance. So turrets are going to come out pretty shortly. When they do, everyone is going to transition to killing both turrets. All DPS are on both turrets. Tanks, please get aggro on your turret. Wait for the cast bar and then invuln. You can invuln now, tanks. You can invuln now. Every DPS is killing both turrets. There are 2 of them. Make sure to heal your tank. They probably needed it their Dark Knight. That was a raid wide I never called because no one ever dies to it. You're welcome. Alright, we're back on the bosses. A little more damage on soldier, but they're pretty fine. It's not a big deal. We're doing great. Alright, do nothing. Sheath weapons. Don't move. Nothing. Sheath. Nothing. Nothing. Zippo. Nada. Do nothing. Wait. 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 You're good. Okay. Do whatever. Moving on. Alright, the clones are going to jump around. There'll be like a safe spot. I'll tell you where to stand. We're going to do the whole gunner center thing again. It's not a big deal. So, split damage 50-50, by the way. Alright, I'm watching Alpha Soldier. If someone else wants to watch the other one, you're welcome to. Alright, boys, where are we going? Charlie is safe. Charlie is safe. Point your gap towards the center. Be in line with 1 turret. Be in line with 1 turret. Get ready to turn. Get ready to turn. Turn now. Turn now. Turn now. Turn now. Great job. Back on the bosses. Just throw everything at Gunner for a second. Kind of just nuke Gunner down for me. Raid wide. Raid wide. Raid wide. Heal on up. Heal on up. Healers. You can... well, no. Don't all be 3. I lied. We're going to phase transition. You have shit to do. So, ABC go north. DEF go south. N1, S1, turn your tank stance on. All DPS is on aura spheres to start, not bosses. All DPS is on aura spheres to start. Healers, go to your reflect spots. Healers, go to your reflect spots. Start reflecting healers. Start reflecting healers. DPS, when you kill the aura sphere, you can go kill the bosses. You have my permission to do so. Healers, look for a second one to reflect. I was late, and we lost the second one. Sorry about that. It's okay. It's just a damage down. Whoops. All right. Watch out for coat of arms. Stop doing damage. Wait. Stop. Wait. Okay. Find a safe place, then do damage. Iggy really wants you all to know that she's very proud of you. Healers, go back to reflect position. Start reflecting again. North 2, South 2. Get your tank stance. All DPS are killing aura spheres. All DPS are killing aura spheres. All DPS are killing the aura spheres. Kill those balls. Back on the bosses. Healers, you can LB3 right now. Healers, if you have people that are dead, LB3 right now. Get them on up. And everyone kill the bosses. Kill the bosses, kill the bosses, kill the bosses. Watch out for coat of arms. Don't kill yourselves. Wait 1 second. Wait. All right, move. And now kill them. Don't kill yourselves. Don't kill yourselves. Shield's bad. The last boss. Go. Go. Oh, you just barely didn't get it. That's okay. That's okay. That was close. Very close.
We didn't have a duelist either. Which usually
That's true. That's true. That's okay. That sometimes happens on Fresh Prog. Not a big deal. So, here's what we're going to do. If you didn't know in Savage, when you die, you have to start all over. It's kind of the whole deal. But that's okay. We still have plenty of time. We're going to take a nice, 6-7 minute break. Let's say 42. X42. Come back then. At that time, we are going to jump back in. We don't really need to explain anything anymore because you guys have all seen it now. We're just going to blitz to Queensguard and then go to Trinity. So,
assuming that you're by your Lost Finds cache, this is a really good time to put a Pure Essence in your holster.
Or just reapply your pregame holster. Yeah.
Yeah, because the leading cause of Forgotten Pures is reinstancing.
It's true. I have some people messaging me like, hey, sorry I messed up. And like, guys, it's Fresh Prog. It's fine. It's really not a big deal. I also didn't really go into detail for the healers of like, you can just spam reflect, for example, for the healing orb stuff. That's what I do. That way you don't have to like time it. You just spam it because you have like 99 charges. But anyway, it's okay. We didn't have our duelist. It happens.
Was that a time-based enrage, or what happened there? It was just time.
No one did anything wrong. It's just when phase 3, they just start going kaboomy.
Do they just have to? Do they have to die within a certain time period of each other, or is it just we took too long period?
You have a casting bar on the ads.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're casting their Blood and Bone AoE.
It's identical to.
We literally, for the record, were like a fourth of a second from clearing that just fine.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I'm confused. I'm like, what happened?
No, we didn't do anything wrong. We just, it is.
Well, then I didn't die to the first wave AoE either. I was like, wait a minute.
I think it got target cold. I'm pretty sure the AoE got target cold because it can only hit like 40 people at a time. So that's why there was a chunk of us who lived through the first AoE.
And then you just die immediately afterwards. Yeah.
Fascinating.
It's part of
Welcome
why.
to DRS. It's funky.
Yeah, I love that.
It's part of why they're repeated raid wides because it's also your re-raiser.
Your re-raiser could go off.
Yeah. Every boss in DRS makes sure you're dead on an enrage. They're like, no, we're hitting this AoE like 7 times.
Is Lost Re-Raise one of the ones that you have to keep slotted? So there's 2 different items, just to clarify. Lost Re-Raise is what you can give to yourself and other people. It has 2 charges. And then the Re-Raiser is an item in your holster that you can use at any time. The Lost Re-Raiser action gives you an 80% chance to res, whereas the normal one gives you a 70% chance to res. They don't stack. You can only have one or the other at a time.
So in BA, you have to keep your essences
and
stuff active in your tray.
Right. No, in this case you don't. Yeah.
Everything in DRS is anything that's a timed thing will stay with the exception of Lost Focus. They don't let you do what you can do in BA where you get 16 focus stacks and then you swap to a different action.
But you can do a whole bunch of swapping in DRS where you do. This is how you cheese duels, by the way, if you didn't know this. You can do like Lost Fun Power, Lost Chain Spell, Lost Excellence, all on top of each other and then just do like giga damage. And that is totally a thing people do in optimized runs because it's fun. Big number is fun, right? So
Lost
yeah.
Focus specifically states effect ends upon using another lost action. And that's how it doesn't. Like if you slot in another lost action, that's using another lost action, so it drops the buff.
Anyway, if you haven't already, I do genuinely encourage get up real quick. Just get a glass of water. Just take a quick little stretchy stretch. We're just going to go right back in and just zoom it again. So it's not a big deal, but I do want you to take a little break. You deserve it. We got plenty of time. We're not in a rush.
Are we going to do a barrack swap?
I think because we wiped on Queensguard, I'll say no. Normally I would say yes, because it is good to learn both. But in this case, I would like them to at least see Trinity Avowed. So in the interest of time, I think we'll just do the same side. Good question, though. But don't sweat it, gamers. That was very, very close. We'll get it on the next go.
Yeah, that was really great considering we didn't have, like that was great.
I mean, people's first time, no duelists, like, that's fine.
I'm always impressed by one-shot barracks.
We also one-shot Trinity Seeker with, like, minimal deaths. I mean, sure, there were deaths, like, through the pole, but, like, we didn't have to res 40 people at the end, you know what I mean? So, we didn't even see a rage. We were not even remotely close to rage.
I was working on resing during.
I mean, you said you were going to be team res, so, like, that's your job, so.
What was Pash's total?
They swapped it around when they filled.
Yeah, but I did have to bring, Steel Sting and,
Oh, speaking of which, just while I'm thinking about it, can the party B healers just make sure they get the whole Steel Sting Spellforge situation accounted for, just for the next poll? Just when they're back, no rush, but just want to make sure we do address that. Okay, cool. Sounds like we got that addressed. Cool. Just making sure. All right, this is just a reality check to see if you're back. There's no rush. If you hear this reality check and you're freaking out to get back to your computer, you're fine. It's not a big deal. But yeah, the nice part is now that we're going back in on the second poll, we don't really have to talk through things as much. I'll still answer questions if there are any, but like, I'm not gonna have you guys sit there for 10 minutes while I explain a boss. So we can just kind of go, which is nice. I hope you guys are having fun. I always really enjoy Fresh Progs. If you haven't done anything like this before, certainly come back and do it more. This is kind of the perfect thing where you can just kind of low stress, learn about the fights, and come back and try to do your clear. So. But I hope the Fresh Progs in particular are enjoying themselves. And I have very high confidence that we will see Trinity Avowed tonight, no problem. So, yeah, okay, Jill. Person who organizes people getting relic weapons. I'm sure you're not having any fun.
God, I hate this.
Uh-huh.
It's awful.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't used to do 10 of these runs a week.
Yeah, all of us veterans are thinking back to the very end of Shadowbringers, and we're just like, why are we here?
When we did like 2 runs a day.
How much of our life have we lost?
Multiple weeks.
My record was 6 DRS clears and a BA clear in a single day.
Christ. I mean, I know for those wondering, by the way, PB is doing a 24-hour DRS marathon, like now. So if at all on your day you want to come do this again, just go to the PB server. They're doing it all day. It's in the other resources and servers and whatnot channel up top. I know my own Discord really well. But it's up there, and they're cool folks. I genuinely dig the Primal Gamers. They're very nice people. So, good place to go do more runs if you want.
Yeah, I have my run starting in 3 hours. If you like TRS, it's at any prog, so anyone of any prog can join. Definitely check it out if you want to keep doing TRS.
There you go. Opal's great, so you should definitely go on the run if you want to.
What do you think the odds are that we get to What's the usual prog point for reclears?
Trinity for reclears or for fresh prog? I'll just tell you. You know what?
I know that a lot of reclears have a will accept this enrage. I'm trying to remember what that one was.
Trinity Avowed. And so we will. I personally think we will see Trinity Avowed, no problem. And furthermore, we will see the Enrage of Trinity Avowed, no problem. How many people will be alive when we see the Enrage of Trinity Avowed? Well, we'll see. Trinity Avowed is pretty hard for people's first time. Some people will get it right away. Some people are like, what the fuck is going on? And it just different strokes for different folks. So, but we will see Trinity Avowed. No, I'm very confident we'll see Trinity Avowed. I'm pretty much turbo sure you guys are going to nail a Queen's Guard in the second go around, no problem. Like, literally, we had a complete raid-wise damage down because I was slow and I didn't pick up a second orb. And someone also just make like a genuine mistake. I'm not in any way going to put them on the hotspot. That's not necessary. But we had damage down across the raid. We didn't have a duelist. And like, you know, just people die here and there. If like one person hadn't died, we would have cleared that last pool. So it is what it is. It's not a big deal. We got this on the second go. So. Okay, I'm going to do one more raid check just in the interest of time. I think people have had enough time to take a nice little breaky poo. If you need a bit more time, that's okay. Just say something. I'm human. I'm not a slave driver. It's not a big deal. But if you're here, please state that you're ready to go. And again, just to reiterate in advance what Cal said earlier, please double check that you have your pre-game holster and that you use your re-raiser and more importantly, your pure essence when we go back in.
Do not jump down.
Don't touch the jumpy pads.
Tells you you can.
And we only say this so many times because every time there's a vet who forgets to pop what they need. And then either that vet just says, well, fuck it, YOLO, or sorry, we have to leave, and then everyone has to do it a second. So, okay. Jill, Rusty, and Floop. Just let me know when you're ready. No rush.
Sorry, we need one. Rusty's gonna need one sec.
No worries.
Be back. We're good. Never mind. We're good.
Okay. Floop, just let me know when you're ready. No worries. God, Adris, that's a mood. The inner OCD demands that the abilities be. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get the meme. Stand
Tier
by.
4 goes on the left, and that's not an opinion. That's objective fact.
It's in social chat. It's the very first thing that Freya ever pinned in social chat, and I'm gonna go get it because it's just true. It's objectively true. All right, this is how this works for anyone wondering. You either live long enough to see yourself become the villain, or you stay a fucking hero. Font of power goes on the left.
Yes. Font of power left.
That's so wrong.
Hot takes.
Sorry, I need to unready. I need to fill out this form that Jill just put up.
I literally just took that break to post my my Zadnor pizza farm. The farm that has everything on it, guys. But I need 40 people to actually do it.
All right, just checking on our last person real quick here. They might have had to step away for a moment, which is okay. What do you mean, who puts it on the left? What kind of savage are you?
Tier 4 goes on the left.
Okay. FYI, we're gonna give the last person a second. Okay, they say we're okay. Cool, they're all right. All right. Okay. Okay. I was a little concerned for a second.
Jill, you might need to fix the form a little.
There was a moderate medical emergency taking place, but the person is okay, so we're good. All right, we're gonna jump in.
At least it happened during break.
True. Yes.
You know.
Yes.
They didn't get AFK'd out of the instance.
No, I'm glad they're okay. Ooh, also the Shade Arena. Classic Shade. Please press the ready button, the commence button. Pretty please.
It's Jill
gonna guarantee Jill again.
Please.
I don't know why you guys would think it's me. I'm not updating the form that I've made a mistake on.
All right, real quick. Two things. One, you don't need to go in the other voice chat. We can all just hang out in here. Two, please use a pure essence before you do anything else. Do not touch glowy pad. No touchy. Pure essence, re-razor, refill your slots as needed, refill your pockets as needed. Don't touch the glowy pad. Again, only reason we harp on this is because every time we re-instance, a veteran is gonna forget. And then we can all laugh at them because they're a veteran and they should know better, but that's why we bring it up, so. Okay. Party A, when you are ready, you are more than welcome to jump down for slimes. You guys are looking good. Make sure to refill your pockets, friends. Tanks, your tank stance got reset. So if you need to tank stuff, and most of you probably do, make sure to turn that tank stance back on. Alright, I'm just going to wait up here for a second, just in case there's any questions or anything. But I think we should be fine. Feel free to re-up on your food if you're running low. Take a sip of water. Alright, I'm seeing most people have gone down, but I'm just going to give people a little bit. We're not in a rush, by the way. I promise we have plenty of time. An hour and 20 is plenty of time. Genuine. Actually, it's an hour 10. Sorry. I can do math. But regardless, it's plenty of time. Because we're not going to have to take a bunch of time to talk through stuff now. And for the record, if we do wipe on slimes and golems, that's fine. It happens. Not that big of a deal. Oh, Paul, I love that gift, by the way. That's incredible. All right, I think I see pretty much just vets up here, so when you guys are good, feel free to jump on down.
Like obsessively checking my holster because it still feels like such a weird holster.
Been there, done that. Understandable.
Well, rare. It's 15 arises and a reflect. That's it.
Look, hey, you're doing you. So, do you need Steel Sting spell for it, or is someone else covering that for you?
I have Steel Sting and Arise slotted.
Oh, okay. Just
I'm
making sure.
pre-gaming my Steel Sting.
Fair enough.
Because then I get more Arise.
All right, I'm jumping down. So, for those wondering, we're gonna all be in the same call because the people who need to talk can talk, and we won't talk over each other. It'll be fine. So, this is pretty normal for clear runs. You just kind of chill in the same voice chat, in case you're wondering. Slime side, just go to the same area you were last time, room-wise. You know, just same assignments. No need to change things up. So, I can put up markers if you need, but you know, just remember where you were before and go there accordingly. So. Again, just to reiterate though, all tanks do need to turn on your tank stance. It was reset because this is synced content, so if you've not already done so, including golems, turn your tank stance on. So.
Yeah, golems. I'd also just do the same thing we did last time. It went perfectly. So.
Okay, party leads, do a quick raid check for me. If you need a second, no worries, but just let me know if you're good. Slime side, what were the traps again? I'm sorry. I know someone said it. I just.
They're north everywhere.
Okay, thank you. I just missed it. So. Okay, so that's Abel and Lunafreya. You guys have traps in your rooms. So. Okay, slimes are ready. Golems, just say when. No rush.
We are waiting on party E.
Okay.
Oh, that's because I wasn't paying attention to do a ready check. Sorry.
That'll do it. I mean, it is also the People's Republic of Party E, so it's understandable.
Golems.
Okay, countdown starting. So again, folks, if it wasn't already obvious, if you're not calling either area, just, hang out on mute. If you have something really pertinent to say, you can probably say it over text. And again, if we do wipe here, it's not a big deal. Like, they'll just zone back in and do it again. It happens. It happens on re-clear runs where people have been here 200 times. Sometimes a meme happens and it just is what it is. So anyway, get ready. And here we go. All right, Perceptors are finding our traps. North gamers can go north on slime side. First tank can pick up on slime side. DPS kill reds on all rooms, please, if you haven't already done so. Second tank, go ahead and go. All traps found on slime. Third tank, slime side, get ready. DPS, just keep killing reds. Third tank, good to go. Fourth tank, get ready on slime side. Healers, make sure to heal your tanks. And heal the DPS as necessary and kill reds. Don't AoE, by the way, slime gamers. Friendly reminder, no AoEs in here. Fourth tank is picking up their slimes. Room healers, you guys can each pick up one slime. I will not pick one up this wave, so each of you can get one, easy peasy. If you both hit the same one, just let it pick one person and just pick up the other one. It's not a big deal. If you pick up two, by the way, that's also fine. You just skip the next wave. It's not a big problem. So, all right. Room healers, make sure to keep on picking up greens and bring them to your tanks as needed. As a reminder, room healers and tanks, once you get to 4 stacks, stop bringing greens. Just bring a green into the room, but not to the tank.
Golems are 3 out of 4. We're killing hallway golems.
Copy that. I'll let you know when we're good to go. Southwest room, there is no rush. Just let me know when you're ready. Commit. All tanks, please commit.
Golems are killing red. Gonna hold DPS at around 30%.
Slime side DPS, just check for one more red. Just double check your rooms. If you see nothing, you're good to leave. If your room is exploding, you are good to leave.
Okay, hold DPS. You're gonna have to get it on the button here, Johnny.
You are going to die.
You are going to die.
Friendly reminder, slime side, pop sprint, run all the way down. Make a liberal use of rescue. You can AoE now. Kill things that are chasing us, but your first objective is to run all the way down the bridge first. That takes priority.
Golems, we're back in the hallway. Sleeper stun any demolish cast that you see.
This should clear, by the way. Sounds like it. So. All right, nice. Golems, do you have any rezzing you need to do at all?
We look good. Yeah.
Re-raise are procced.
Okay, cool. Jump on up, folks. Nice job. Well done. Again, don't forget, personal loot. That's yours. Make sure to open it. Get those frags. I'm going to throw up markers. I'm going to wait for people to get here, and we're going to go. Upside, you get double practice of Trinity Seeker, which I think is actually really important, because Trinity Seeker is fucking hard when it's your first time doing it. It's a really fast fight. If you're good to go, move past the purple line. If you need a second, no worries. Take a second. As a reminder, everyone needs shell. Only tanks need protect. And yes, if you're not ready to turn off your tank stance. Thank you. If you are good to go, move past the purple line. Rinde, do you need a second? Just double checking. No, we're good. Okay, cool. Countdown. Go now. All right, guys, just as a reminder, if you're not me, you can just go on mute. That way you can just talk to yourself and not accidentally hot mic. It's not a big deal. If you're one of the people that I trust that really needs to say something, hey, fair enough. You can stay on mute. So, but other than that, as a reminder, Trinity Seeker starts with a raid wide of moderate damage. A little more than moderate, I suppose. So, healers just be advised. Here we go. Pop all that cool buffs and shit. Do a bunch of damage. Raid wide. The first actual mechanic is Fourfold Mercy. All calls will be true north safe positions unless otherwise stated. There we go. North north, south south, starting north of the boss. North north, south south. Get ready. Not yet, get ready though. Go. Look away from the orb on 2. Run away from the flower. Resolve the ice pattern. Excellent work. Back on the boss. We might skip here, so just be advised. We are skipping. On the boss. On the boss. Sides are not safe. Sides are not safe. On the boss. On the boss. Alright. Stacked Tank Buster. Solo Tank Buster. Everyone stacked behind the boss for chains, which is coming up shortly. Alright, hang out for just a second for chains. We're going to break our chains, and then afterwards, we're going to hide behind a platform. Break your chains, then get behind a platform. Excellent work, back on the boss. The sides of the arena are not safe. Just be close to the boss. Exterior of the arena is not safe. Go to Bravo. We're going to go clockwise. We're going to hide behind 3. Hide behind the 3 platform. Hide behind the 3 platform. Back on the boss. Excellent work. Stack on the boss's butt. Just stack on the boss's butt. Sorry, I know he technically turned. That's a little confusing to recall. I should have said south. It's fine. No one died. Alright, moving on. Now's a good time to just do damage, and a little bit these clone lines are going to appear on the ground. You're going to want to move out of those, but you got some time. Get ready to move in just a second. Move now. Green brick. Green brick is safe. Be on green brick for me. From now on, there will be earth shakers. Again, that's the big tether. If it's on you, fuck off to Kansas. Just go somewhere else. If you don't have a tether, stand next to the boss. It'll make it easier for the people with tethers to go away. The boss is going to jump shortly. White sand. Check for a tether in a second. Tether check, tether check, tether check. Go away if you have one. Go away if you have one. Good job. We're doing it again. Get ready. Green brick. Same thing. If you have a tether, fuck off. Thank you in advance. Dodge these lines. Raid wide's coming out healers, so you can top people off. Skipped it. All right. Boss relative intercards. Boss relative intercards. This is a little weird. It's okay. Just boss relative intercards. Just do your best. That's the dangerous skip. It's okay. It happens. That's a good sign. It means we're doing a lot of damage. If you dodged it, good job. And that's a little hard when it's off center like that. So. All right. Be inside. Exterior of the arena is not safe. We're going to do the Ifrit dashes again here. Go to Delta. We're going to go clockwise. Wait for the clone lines to start moving, and then you can start going. All right, you can start going. Nice and easy. North, north, south, south for the boss. Wait for this last clone. Wait for this last clone. All right, now you can go. North, north, south, south. Very straightforward. All right, get ready. And go. Look away from the orb. Resolve the ice pattern. Run away from the flower. After this, get ready to bunch up your chains. Just do your best. It's okay if it's not perfect. Just bunch up as best you can. Break your chains. And now's a good time to do a bunch of damage. A Raid Rod will be coming out shortly. Raid Rod's coming out. So healers, top on up. There's a regular basic-ass tank buster after this, so just don't be next to Arena. Nice and simple. We're doing really good, by the way. So keep it up. Okay, after this, just as a reminder, this is going to be the Green Brick, White Sand, Earthen Ring stuff with a Fourfold Mercy, followed by Seasons of Mercy. It's a lot of calls at once. All the calls will be true north, safe spots, unless otherwise stated. Left, left, right, right, starting on White Sand. Start on White Sand, left, left, right, right. Get ready. You can pop sprint if you want to. Go. And on Green Brick. And on Green Brick. Any Green Brick is fine, just be on Green Brick. Okay, we're going to do one more. White Sand is safe, just be on White Sand. Seasons of Mercy, look away from the orb in a second. Look away from the orb on 3. Resolve both ice patterns first. Ignore these clone lines. These are bait. Do the ice first. Do the ice first. Now move. Excellent job, guys. Doing really well, and I'm not just saying that to be nice. Keep it up. Raid Rod's coming out. Just top people off. If you died, just make sure to pop a re-raiser when you have a second. Friendly reminder. It happens. Healers, if you have LB3 and you need to use it, you can, but otherwise hold on to it. We might kill the boss before we can get it, to be honest. On the boss's butt for me. Just be on the boss's butt. Nice and simple. Just be on the boss's butt. Alright. Next up, the clone is going to appear. The clone is going to do a Fourfold Mercy, and we're going to get in front of or behind a platform. We might kill the boss before it happens, to be honest, but get in front of a western platform, so either 1 or 4, either's fine. And just kill the boss. To be honest. TBH. LB3. Yeah, shit. Sorry, that's pretty important. Probably should have mentioned that. Sorry. Sorry. Killed it too fast. My bad. My party didn't even have it yet, so I didn't even think to call it. There are traps ahead. Friendly reminder, don't explode yourself. There are traps ahead. Healers, if you're rezzing someone, just stand on top of their body. Party F. Pash's party. Make sure to help your homeboy out by giving him some buffs. I'm going to give him the floor for a second. Yeah, I could have called the whole damage. I'm not going to lie. But, like, it's only a couple reses, so it's fine. I just completely spaced it, and I was like, I don't really want to call this, so... we simply kill the boss. It's all good. All good. All right, Pash, floor is yours.
Yeah, I actually just need protect and...
I gotcha.
Standard step whenever you guys are good, and then I'll deafen once I hit the pad.
Everyone else can go on to Daho, by the way, if you haven't already done so. Once we're done rezzing. And it looks like everyone's up. Cool. All right, Zach, whenever you're ready. Good luck, Pash. Again, don't pull Dahu yet, from the reminder. You need to wait for the duel to start. Alright, Pash is deafened. That's good. He can focus. But we gotta wait for the actual duel to start. Then we'll pull Dahu. Again, we've already talked about Dahu, so I'm not gonna talk about it again. You guys get an idea now. Okay, alright, get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Friendly reminder. Dance Dance Revolution. Watch your feet. Lots of ground AoEs are going to come, so just watch your feet. He's going to start charging shortly. Don't be in front of Dahu. He might change directions. He's going north. He's going to do a second charge, so just get ready. He's going south, south. Just don't be south. Get ready to get down south next to him. Do that now. Get out of that fire breath. Get next to him. Let's focus on the duel for now. Watch out for the lion lines. Numbers are coming out shortly. Numbers are coming out shortly. All right, numbers. Pop, sprint, and go. Now's your time. This is important. Go, go, go. Everyone just get ready to find an open area to get knocked back into in a second. The lines are going to move. Actually, I'm sorry. Get right first. I'm out of order. Now move left. My bad. I'm sorry. Now get ready to find an open spot and get knocked back into it. You can gap close this, by the way. If you're like a Giga Chad gamer, you can time this where you just get right back on the boss. That's kind of clean looking. So just friendly reminder. You can do that. That's a thing. There's some examples right there. All right, he's going counterclockwise. Don't be in front of Dahu. He's going to do some fire breaths. Don't be in front of Dahu. He's going counterclockwise. Southwest is now a safe spot. You can stand there the entire time. It will not hit you. All right, we're back on it. Ads are coming out. Just as a reminder, all DPS are killing the cats. You can wait for them to come into melee range if you want to, but everyone's killing kitties. Once the cats are dead, you can get back on down, obviously. Feel free. And feel free to build gauge as well. You can build gauge for Queensguard, because this fight doesn't have an enrage. Dance, Dance, Revolution, Ultimate Mode, Lion Lines, Left, Right Smash, AoEs, watch your feet. Get ready. Get left. Move right. Numbers are coming out. If you have a number, take care of it. Giga important. Pop sprint. Please go. It's really, really genuinely important. Thank you. All right, everyone go north. Tanks with flares go south. Everyone go north. Tanks with flares go south. This is why this is really important. Sorry we didn't really talk about it. If you got hit by a cat, you can send your check in the mail. Or your request for a check in the mail. I can English. He's dead. It's fine. That's why that's really important, just FYI. There are flares that explode, and if there's no safe spots, then bad things happen. So, yeah, that's why numbers matter. Everyone is up. So we had like 1 or 2 deaths. All good. Make sure to use a re-raiser if you died. Friendly reminder. Take a quick second. Pop a re-raiser. All right, yeah, one more 07 for our boy. He's gonna get it one day. I believe in him. Mostly because I'm gonna keep on giving him the slot so he can practice it. I'm never gonna give up. I'll see the clear. The duel's hard, man. It's a lot to remember, and you're fucking stressing out. Going one-on-one.
The duel being hard. That looks like fucking server sync being shit.
No! Oh no.
Yeah, he lost the effect of damage up, and then I took 93,000 damage. On
Oh,
his
cool. Cool. We love that. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, so tanks, real quick. We're just going to reiterate what your job is, just so everyone's on the same page. Reiterate your job one more time. North 1, North 2, South 1, South 2, West turret, East turret. Warrior, gunner, soldier, knight, etc. Okay, party B. You guys should have Steel Sting and Spellforge sorted out. So, folks, you shouldn't need to adopt children anymore. Just friendly FYI. Just take care of your own parties with your Steel Stings and Spellforges. Tanks need Protect. Everyone needs Shell. Feel free to reapply that before the fight starts. Then healers, once you're done doing that, feel free to slot in your Steel Sting or Spellforge as needed. And then just whenever you're ready, walk on up towards the boss. No rush. Take your time. And healers, same thing as last time. I'll start the countdown. That's when you're dishing out the Steel Sting Spellforge. So. All right. So just make sure. Cal, Adris, Vienna, Johnny, etc. You guys good? Just checking in. If I see a person behind the purple line, I'm just making sure.
I was very confused for a second there.
Other Cal.
Nobody
sorry.
has adopted
Multiple
children
Cals.
this time, right?
Yes. No one should need to adopt. Party B, are we good? Just to confirm? Yeah?
Not yet. Give me a second. I have to do both Spellforge and Steel Sting for my party, so I need
Copy
a second
that.
to get ready. Okay, I'm good. Thank you.
No problem.
Red, just to confirm again, sorry. Rain is tanking Soldier and Knight, and who is tanking Warrior and Gunner?
I believe it is Zahar. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Zahar's got it.
A few times.
Yeah, it's in there. It's just War Gun. One word. Nice and simple. All right, everyone's walked past the purple line. I am starting a countdown, so healers get ready and go. Healers apply those buffs. Healers apply those buffs. Don't forget your special children, your special boys. This fight does start with a raid wide. But if you punch him in the face hard enough, you can skip the second one. It's actually kind of cool. Fun facts. All right, here we go. Get ready. Initiate combat. And please also heal the tanks. They will be taking decent damage. All right, get ready. Raid wide 1 coming out. Any skippers? Any skippers in chat? Ah, we're seeing raid by 2. Oh, skip! Yo, no, raid by 2. Let's go. All right, get ready to split damage happening. We're gaming. We're gaming. Tanks to your positions. DPS split 50-50. You guys know the deal. Get ready to potentially change your buffs. You might need to. Drop Spellforge. Apply Steel Sting. Don't forget your special boys. Ninjas, Red Mages, Bards, Reapers, Dark Knights, Paladins, Ninjas. I think I said it right. Anyway. Get ready for bomb stuff. It is Shield Omen. We're going bowling. We're doing the knockback. This is the knockback from the center. Tethers to large, rest to small from the center. And the acute angle of the blue line, tethers to large, rest to small. Get knocked to your bomb. Move to your bomb. If you had a tether, move into an explosion now. That's a safe spot. Back on the bosses. Make sure to heal on up, please. Get ready to dispel the warrior. A raid wide will be coming out in a little bit, healers. Everyone pump on warrior for me. Just kick warrior shit in for a second. Raid wide's coming out. Just a little more. Okay, 50-50 is fine now. We see warrior for a bit longer than we do knight, so that's fine. All right, if you get a tether, you're gonna go to green wind. If you don't get a tether, you're gonna go to purple gravity. Tether's out right now, by the way. Tether's to green wind, everyone else to purple. Go now. It is Sword Omen. We're gonna find a safe spot and run out, run away from the boss. Safe is north, alpha. Go to alpha, 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 alpha. It's okay if you get hit, it won't kill you. Well, as long as you get hit by one thing, I should say. My bad. Dispel the warrior. Raid wide's coming out. Sorry, I lied. Wasn't intentional.
It's okay, you're talking to me, I know.
It's a couple people. It's all good. All right. Tank busters. Tank busters. Heal your tanks. Heal your tanks. All right. Get ready to potentially swap buffs a second time. Everyone pay attention. Might get a good pattern. We got the good pattern. We're good. As long as we kill them fast enough, we don't need to do anything. So just pump. As long as we kill them fast enough, no swaps are necessary. And I don't want to call bombs again. It is Sword Omen, so we'll be on the edge of the arena. Just in case anything partially goes off, just move to the edge just in case. Tethers to large bombs, rest to small. This will go off. Tethers to large bombs, rest to small on the edge of the arena. Oh, I lied. What am I saying? It goes off. Oh well, it's fine. Anyway, tanks to your positions. I forgot that it fucking disappears after the bombs come out. Moving on. I know. I'm lying all over the place this ball. I'm terrible with it. Okay, focus up for a second. You guys are doing damage. I have a date with some frogs. All right, frogs to the pond. 1 and 2, where are we going? So we're going to 3 again. 3 is safe. 3 is your safe spot. Point your gap towards the center. Be in line with one turret. Be in line with one turret. Get ready to turn. Get ready to turn. Turn now. Turn now. Turn now. Turn now. Healers, make sure to top people off, by the way. This stuff does hurt a little bit. Friendly reminder. Alright, back on. That was a tank buster. They're fine. They're fine. Raid Wide's coming out. Raid Wide's coming out. Raid Wide's coming out. If you died, pop a re-raise. Friendly reminder. If you died, pop a re-raiser. Little more can go on Soldier, but like it's not a huge deal. They're still pretty close. Just like a little more. Alright, we can go back to being 50-50. I need my turret tanks to turn on tank stance, please. Turret tanks, turn on tank stance, get ready to pick up your turrets. Turret tanks and all DPS, kill turrets. Get ready to invuln now. Healers, get ready to help your turret tanks. Based on what class they are, their invuln might need assistance. There's a raid wide. Technically, I called that, but again, no one ever dies to it, it's fine. 50-50 damage is fine, 50-50 damage is fine, they're both pretty even right now. Get ready, do nothing, sheath your weapon, don't move, don't grieve, just do nothing. Detarget the boss, hang out, vibe. Wait. Go. And yes, you can technically invuln that if you're a silly veteran goober. I see you. Anyway. Keep on killing the bosses. They'll probably start to jump around, but we probably won't actually see it go off. I'm going to watch the 3 soldier all the same just in case, but I don't think we'll actually see this all the way to fruition here. 4 should be safe. We should be fine. Alright, ABC North. DF South, North 1, South 1, tank stance on. Healers to your reflect positions. Healers to your reflect positions. Healers start spamming reflect. You can just start spamming reflect right now. You got 99 charges, plenty of time. Healers, look for a second place to reflect, just in case of an emergency. DPS, you can kill the bosses once your aura sphere is dead. Good job, guys. Alright, this is looking really good. We should be fine. Don't kill yourselves in a second. When coat of arms comes out, do nothing. Stop. Patience. Wait. Readjust. Don't kill yourselves. North 2, South 2 tanks. Turn on tank stance. Everyone get ready to kill aura spheres. Healers to your rotation, or reflect positions. DPS are killing aura spheres. God, I can talk, I swear. Alright, healers, reflect again just in case. God, you guys are on it. Look how much faster it was. Healers, LB3 if anyone's dead. LB3, 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 LB3. Healers, LB3 if anyone's dead. If anyone's dead, LB3. You guys fucking roasted that. Wasn't even close. We do have a couple deaths to res, just FYI.
We were mad and meant business.
Damn right. Don't forget your loot, by the way. There's still loot up here, just in case. If you already ran off, come back and get it. I think everyone is up. Cool. Okay, let's go to Phantom. People can yell at me that I didn't bring Banish to the run. And then after Phantom, we're going to have time to see Trinity Vowed, which is perfect. See, there it is. There it is. Every time. You can check my reminiscence buff window to see if I have lost Banish. Thank you very much. Yeah, Opal, I always, for some reason, I have like, I feel like I have a memory of once when it went off. It must have been the other configuration or something. I don't know. I could be making that up. Could be Nelson Mandeling. Anyway, all right. This is Phantom. I am going to explain some really basic stuff, but we're not. Long story short, Phantom's going to die fast enough before we see anything really hard. So I'm not going to explain the super difficult stuff because it's just not that difficult. But the main thing is just if you look on the floor right now, there's these little mini circles in all these lanes. These are annotating where you're going to want to stand to follow a donut that goes down a lane. So you just kind of go from one little circle to the next. I'm not going to go to the next one because I don't want to pull the boss like an idiot, but A isn't real. Embrace the D life. So the running joke is the donut's going to start on either A or D, and some people just fucking YOLO pull it to one of them and hope that they're right. And if they're not, we all have to walk over, and the melees are really mad because they lose their positionals and shit. Actually, there's no positionals in here, but they have to move. Common melee L. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't really feel like talking about the rest of the stuff. Just listen to call outs and just go where I tell you to go. It's not that hard of a fight. So, all right, I'm gonna do a short countdown here. I didn't even ask if you were ready. Sorry, I was like, fuck it, we're going. So I hope you're ready. I apologize. But it's fine. This fight's not that big. So, all right, here we go. Manifest your inner Alpha Delta energy. If you are reslotting your actions on Trinity Avowed, which is a thing you can choose to do, depending on if you need to or not, you can use lost actions to pump on Phantom Fever. It's entirely up to you. So, again, we're going to go to either Alpha or Delta here. It seems like we're hoping for Delta. We're going to have to find out if that's correct or not. We are on Delta, so we're chilling on Delta. So just be right on the boss. You're going to follow this little donut all the way down. The donut's going to move in little half circles. It's a little fast, so just kind of follow it. Don't go too far ahead of it. Just follow it down. There we go. See what I mean? Just kind of follow it down. There's a death wall at the end of this, so don't run into the death wall. It's really sad, so just be careful. All right, we're hanging out here for just a second. All right, we can go over to 3, go to 3, go to 3, go to 3, go to 3. And we're hanging out on 3 for just a second. Don't worry, I'm not letting that banish fall off. I'm on it, gamers. I'm on it. And we can chill on 3 for a second. We're going to go back to 4 in a little bit, but not quite yet. We're chilling. We're chilling. Get ready. Go back to 4. If you go to 2, I'm not your dad. You do you. I knew Zahar was not going to be able to resist the urge to troll. I knew it. All right, go back to 3. Go back to 3. I knew she would. It's like going a mile away. Oh, we didn't talk about this. Healers, heal the white ghosts because you're Giga Chads and we're cooler than DPS. I'm going to Benediction the 3rd Northern Ad. But healers, just heal the white ghosts. I'll Benediction the 3rd Northern Ad. It is tradition on my runs that healers win, because we're always winning, because we're healers. We control the keys. Health bars live and die by what we say. All right, I got the Northern Ghost. All right, come on, healers, give me the W. Give me the W. Come on, healers, come on, healers, come on, healers. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's. Yeah, healers win, let's go! My favorite part of any run. All right, please interrupt the boss. Thank you. Please kill the boss. I do not want to call the rest of the fight, but you should also build gauge for Trinity Avowed. So don't waste gauge. There's no point in wasting gauge. But I also don't feel like calling the rest of the fight. So we're just going to kill him. Hold for Miasma 3. All right. Real quick, 2 things. Get loot. There are traps. Zahar and Oswin are going to run into them. You've been warned. They're going to run into them. Please be careful and just let them go be silly goobers. There are also traps downstairs. There are traps downstairs. Please be careful. Specifically, if you see a pink trap, just to clarify, do not touch that one. Not even as a meme, not even as a bit. If you see a pink trap, literally don't touch it.
Oh, we got door prog with a pink trap.
Yep. All right, there's one on the door. Just be careful.
Does it wipe us? What does it do?
If we pop both, we can't.
No, silence.
Oh,
Silence.
Oh, secrets.
Shut your mouth.
I will say.
I just genuinely want to know what it does.
No, you're fine. So you can't get to Stiglord, which is the Savage secret boss, if you don't have one of those. You actually have to have one of those to get past Trinity Avowed. If you go to Queen without fighting Stiglord, she's like, fuck you, and just kills you instantly. Which is kind of cool, but also that's, it sucks.
It's like trying to do AV without doing the support feat.
True. Good BA reference.
You just can't do it, literally.
Okay, so, hi. I have to talk for a while again. So, I know it's getting late. Don't fall asleep at your keyboard. Just, get up and move. Get some water. take a little stretch while I'm talking.
No, it runs fucking.
Don't honk shoe me. I'm gonna put Jill on mute for a second because she forgot to mute. Anyway, so okay, here's the deal. Quick housekeeping. Tanks, main tanks specifically, you do need Aether Shield for this fight. It is very important. Off tanks, if your tank dies, my personal preference is you don't wait to see if they re-raise or not. Just instantly slot in Aether Shield and openly assume you are responsible for it for the rest of the fight until proven otherwise. That's just my personal code of conduct. You do you if you don't feel like it, but tanks need Aether Shield. So. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about Trinity Avowed. So, full disclosure, this fight's hard. Just for what it's worth, this fight is very difficult. Some people grasp it right away, no problem. Some people really genuinely struggle with it. So if you die in like the first major mechanic, please don't feel bad. That's actually pretty common, especially when we get to swords, and I'll talk about that one. Swords really fucks with people. Bow phase 2 really fucks with people. It's hard. The main thing with this fight is I'm going to tell you what to do, or rather like how to do it, I should say, but I can't explicitly tell you specifically how to resolve the mechanics. That'll make more sense when we get to it, but long story short, this fight has a lot more personal responsibility than most other fights in the raid. And that's why it's hard, because everyone has to do their own individual solutions to puzzles. I'll explain how they work, but you got to do it at the end of the day. So, okay. That's enough of preamble, so let's move on. All right, so Trinity Avowed starts with a shared tank buster. So all my tanks are going to go north, and they're going to get hit by that shared tank buster to get pretty straight. After that is a raid wide. These are now bleed wides. Both Trinity Avowed and Queen have bleed wides. That's why we have Aether Shield, because it hits really hard. And if you don't have enough Ray of Fortitude stacks and no Aether Shield or a fuckload of mitigation, you will fall over and die. That's why Pure Essences are really important. I do recommend picking up Rays of Fortitude after you get your Rays of Valor, because, damage is good. But Aether Shield fixes that problem. Aether Shield's going to give everyone enough of a shield that it's not that big of a deal, and we live through it, no worries. But if you don't have those things, and you don't have a lot of Rays of Fortitude, you'll die. The cutoff is around 7 Rays of Fortitude, give or take, depending on some variables. But anyway. Okay, so raid wides or bleed wides. Whenever you see a raid wide, which is Bozja, I'm forgetting the name. Vets, help me out here. What is the name of the raid wide? Gloria Bozja? Yes. Okay, I got there without seeing. Thank God. I looked down and I was right. Okay, cool. Anyway, it's Gloria Bozja. If you see that tanks, you pop Aether Shield right away. You see that cast bar, head empty, Aether Shield. Just do it, because it's really, really important. Okay. After that, we do the 3 weapon swaps. Basically, you just listen to what I tell you to do. If it's bow, we all go south. If it's sword, we're in front of them. If it's staff, we get away from them. And just to reiterate, because this will be later on true as well, if it's sword, the boss is looking at you. You're looking at the boss. You're in front of the boss. If it's bow, just go to Charlie, straight true south. If it's staff, just get away from the boss. I will be saying these things, but I'm just letting you know that in advance. The order of the weapons therefore dictates what the order of the actual hot-cold phases are going to be. And now we'll talk through hot-cold, which is kind of the general mechanics of the and because Opalt was nice enough to put resources in Discord, which you can look at as I'm talking, I'll do it in this order. So we'll go with bow first. So bow is what I refer to as the pipe game. Make sure to move, wiggle, do a move, etc. Don't get AFK. Thank you. Basically, if you want, there's a chart right now in Discord you can use to trace. You do not have to use this. You can just trace with your mouse. That's totally fine. Do whatever works for you. If you like to have the chart and you are using it, I will call if it is a normal or inverted pattern so you know which chart to look at. But just to be very clear, if I say it is in an inverted pattern and you are tracing with your mouse, completely ignore what I said. Just trace with your mouse. Nothing different has happened. There's not like some secret inversion of the map. I'm just telling people what chart to use on Discord. If you're tracing with your mouse, just trace. Just to be clear. The object of this, by the way, as a reminder, is to get hit by the opposite temperature to equalize yourself out. So if you are hot 2, you want to get hit by cold 2. If you're cold 1, you want to get hit by hot 1, so on and so forth, right? Pretty straightforward. The main thing with the bow phase is we're all going to be up on one little side. So you guys, like I said, look for the arrow, follow the arrow down the pipes, or use the chart accordingly to see where the spot that you need to stand is. Move to that spot, get hit by the arrow, you're Gucci. Okay, that's bow. Pretty straightforward. I guess also, sorry, I should have talked about the start of bow. At the start of bow, there's a shared tank buster. And then we're going to move to either Bravo or Delta because a giant firewall is going to come out of the place and try to kill people. So just FYI, it's really straightforward. I'm just going to tell you, hey, we have a force march. There's a shared tank buster. Turn your character towards Bravo or turn your character towards Delta. You're going to get force march 2 squares if you're looking at this chessboard right now in front of us. So it's just 2 squares. Don't pop sprint. Just turn your character based on your force march and get march 2 squares to either Delta or Bravo. That's it. Nice and easy. At the end of the phase is a raid wide. At the end of all weapon phases, there's a raid wide, which means tanks pop quiz, you're popping Aether Shield. So a reminder. Okay, all right. Let's talk about swords. Swords, I think, is personally the most complicated. And again, make sure to move, wiggle, etc., so you don't get AFK. All right, so here's the dealio with swords. How swords works is, I'm actually going to pull up my markers if you don't mind. Thank you. Okay. There are 4 safe positions for swords. There's also a GIF of this in Discord if you want to look at it. It's good. It's a good GIF. But anyway, there are 4 safe positions in swords. And basically, what you are going to do is I'm going to tell you the safe spot. So, for example, I'll say, 4 is safe. If you don't want to change your temperature at all, you just stand on the safe spot. If you do need to change your temperature, which is going to be everyone, just FYI, you stand 1 cardinal square away from the safe spot in line with what you need to get hit by. If someone disconnected, that's okay. Hopefully it was just a disconnect and not a full AFK. So just make sure to move around. If it's a disconnect, that's okay. Hopefully they'll be back. So, okay. Anyway, I'm going to reiterate this because this is really important. People get confused about this all the time. I'm going to call a safe position for swords. We use 2 as an example. That means you can stand on alpha, you can stand on 1, you can stand on 3, or you can stand on the square that is east of 2. One of those is going to be the correct place for you to stand in line with the sword you need to get hit by to resolve your temperature. If 2 is safe and you stand on 4, you're dead. Don't stand on intercards. I'm just repeating this for emphasis because it happens all the time. If you have no idea where to stand, there's 2 sword swings. So first of all, you can just stand in the safe spot for a second and look around and be like, what the fuck is going on? And that's fine because there's 2 sword swings. You can just resolve your temperature on the second swing. But second of all, if you're going to gamble, you still have a 1 in 4 chance of being right if you pick a cardinal square from the safe spot. But if you pick an intercard, you're just guaranteed dead. So just no matter what, if you're panicking, either stand on the safe square, that's fine, or just go 1 square cardinal away from the safe spot. Again, you're just standing in line with the sword you need to get hit by. You can look at the GIF in Discord. It kind of explains it in a bit more detail of what it is you're looking for visually. But basically, I would really recommend just stand on the safe spot for the very first sword swing, kind of look around to get an idea of what the fuck's happening, and then adjust for the second swing. But you do you. Fair enough. All right. That's the end of swords. Again, at the end of swords, shocker, there's a bleed wide, Aether Shield, mitigate, heal, etc. So, okay. Staff phase. Staff phase is pretty straightforward. Is this a mechanic that's also in Mount Rokon? I've done Mount Rokon. I should know this. It's... Oh, yes. For the first boss. Yeah. Kind of. Yes. Yeah. It's similar. Some people do make the reference to TA in there. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Moving on. Staff phase. Staff phase is pretty straightforward. You're going to get your hot and cold temperature. You're going to get a force march. Everyone stands in the center square where Trinidad is currently standing, and you get force marched to the orb you need to get hit by to resolve your temperature. The orbs are going to be on intercurrents. So again, just to reiterate, everyone stands in the center, look at your force march direction, get marched in the direction and get hit by an orb that resolves your temperature. So if you're hot 2, you get hit by the cold 2 meteor. Nice and easy. Okay. That's the first half of the fight. I want to pause for a brief second. First of all, move so you don't get AFK'd. Second of all, does anyone have any questions at all? Any questions? I promise they're not stupid. This is a really difficult boss. I just went through a lot of information. Any questions on any of the first half? Going once. Going twice. We already had our break. You're welcome. Thank you very much. I see you. All right. So, here's the full disclosure. That was the first half of the fight. That was also the easy half of the fight. Now shit's gonna start getting complicated. So, if you were only kind of listening before, you really want to clue in right now, because this is the bit where things are really going to get a lot more complicated. I'm going to start with swords, because that's the easiest one to explain. So from now on, during the weapon phases, you're going to have a temperature. You're also going to have an elemental brand. You smush these two things together in your head, or you can look at the nice chart in Discord, to understand what your actual temperature is. Do not look at the temperature gauge UI on your screen. It is lying to you. It is not factoring in the elemental brand. It is literally lying to you. Look at your debuffs and look at the debuff icon to understand what your actual temperature is. As an example, on swords, it is possible to have 3 or 4 of the same temperature. So for example, you could have cold 2, elemental brand cold 1, which means in all actuality you're actually cold 3 at the beginning of the mechanic. To resolve that, you need to get hit by the fire 2 sword and the fire 1 sword separately. There's 2 sword swings, remember? So you get hit by one, then they're gonna move, then you get hit by the other one. If you try to get hit by both at once, first of all, you're standing on an intercardinal, and I told you not to do that. Second of all, you're gonna die. Don't do that. So just don't. It's much easier to just get hit by one sword swing at a time. If your current temperature is only 1 or 2, like combined, you can still skip the first sword swing if you need to. But if your temperature is 3 or 4, you have to do both sword swings. Otherwise, you won't have a chance to resolve your temperature. Does that make sense? Are there any questions on it? I start with swords because it's the most straightforward example of it. But all of these are going to have elemental brands going. Okay, no worries. All right. Let's move on to staff. Staff's not that bad. So staff phase, what's going to happen is there's no force march now. You're going to get your hot cold, you're going to get your elemental brand, and the orbs are going to spawn on the intercards. At the same time, clones are going to appear from the north and east. The clones are going to fire line AoEs, see where I'm standing, exactly in these squares, just in the row or column that they're standing in front of. So there'll be safe spots for you to stand on top of your medium. So for example, there's the intercards, which is right next to the boss. There's corners, which is this far out one I'm currently standing on. And then this is just me because I don't really know how to call these because they're weird. The one I say for the far wall, I just say, go to the far wall right here. And then the one that Lorraine and I are currently standing on, this one, this is just the weird one. I guess I could say like north-south wall. I don't know. It's cursed. This is just the weird square. So, if it's the weird square, just go to the weird square. I would recommend, if you know the correct safe spot, just jump up and down. Help your friends find it, If you're confident, just stand there, jump up and down, let your friends find out what the right spot to stand is. It'll make their lives easier. But it's going to be the same for all the quadrants because it's just like a lattice pattern. So again, everyone's going to be on the intercard, or everyone's going to be in the corner, everyone's going to be against the far wall, or everyone's going to be in the weird square. So that's pretty much it for staff. It's not complicated. You just stand there, get hit by your orb, resolve your temperature, and then there's a raid wide. For staff, you can only have 1 or 2 of the same temperature, so it's not that complicated. Just smush them together, figure out what your actual temperature is, and go. Any questions on staff at all? Going once, going twice. Moving on. All right, last one. This is the really hard one. This is the one where if you look at the Monsters Inc. girl, she's freaking out. She has like a gajillion debuffs, and she's like, what the fuck is happening? Welcome to Trinity of Adbo Phase 2. Okay. I'm going to calmly and slowly explain what's happening here, because it is a lot. Here's how this works. So first of all, at the beginning of the bow phase, the clones are going to appear from the north and east. Just like with the staff phase. It's the exact same thing. We can do those line AoEs. Then the firewall is going to come up. We either sprint to Bravo or Delta. Even if you're on the opposite side of where you need to go, if you pop sprint, you will have time and you will get there. So just have faith, pop sprint, you'll be okay. And there's no force march yet. Now, let's just say, for the sake of simplicity, I'll just use Charlie as an example. We're going to be on Bravo or Delta for the record, but just for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to use Charlie. So we're all chilling down here, right? There's only one road that's safe. There's a bunch of fire everywhere. But this is where shit gets fucked. Because now you're going to have a hot and cold temperature, and you're going to have an elemental brand, and you have a force march. So now what you need to do is you need to look at these temperatures, smush them together, figure out what the fuck do I need to get hit by, find that arrow, trace that arrow, or use the graph to find where that safe spot is, and then you need to move 2 squares away from where that arrow is going to be, turn your character, and get force marched into that square so you get hit by the arrow. In like 7 seconds. It's fine. You can do it. I have total faith. It's by far and away the hardest part of the fight. If you fuck it up, don't stress it. It's really hard first time for a lot of people. But basically, you just have to do a lot of things all at once. 2 squares.
2 squares.
2 squares.
From the middle?
From anywhere.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Correct. 2
squares.
squares.
Got it. 2 squares.
2 squares. For that part, if you haven't sprinted yet, don't sprint, because sprint, when you get force march, will extend how far you move. Just FYI, that's how that works. So just don't sprint. Just calmly walk 2 squares away and turn your character so you get force march to where you need to go. 2 squares. Okay. I know that sounds like a shitload of stuff, because it is a shitload of stuff. It's hard, but just do your best. We are not here to clear this boss tonight. We are here to learn about this boss tonight and get to Enrage and let you guys go from there. So, okay. Any last questions? Party leads, you can do a ready check. Any last questions? I promise you there's no dumb questions on this fight. It's a genuinely tough boss. And sometimes I miscall stuff, and that's really funny because a lot of people die, and I'm like, well, that poll's fucked. So, you know, I'm human. It happens. Yes, check your food. My food fell off. Thank you for saying that. Eat food. Food good. Use a re-raiser if you died. Everyone needs shell. Only tanks need protect. Everyone needs shell. Only tanks. And tanks, make sure the main tank has Aether Shield slotted, ready to go. Alright, so I got A ready, B ready, C ready. I'm waiting on, I see F ready. I'm waiting on Dreddy, and I see Eddie. So I think I'm just waiting on Dreddy. It's part D. Just waiting on Ready. Oh, and there's one other thing I didn't talk about. I'm going to bring it up because it's important. Tanks, if we know sword phase is coming up, point the boss towards everyone. That makes it easier. And likewise, at the end of bow phase 2, in particular tanks, there's a shared tank buster. And I'm going to have you take that up against the wall. Just FYI. Okay, all parties are reporting ready. I'm going to start the countdown. Take a deep breath. This fight's a little stressful. It's okay if you die. I will also call, by the way, healers, if people die, you can rescue them out of the firewall. So, yes, Reyna should be main tank still. Yep. Tanks, don't forget, raid wides are really bad. Aether Shield helps. We got this, gamers. Here we go. Okay. All tanks are going north for a shared tank buster. All tanks. It does hurt pretty hurt. It hurts. Use mitigation. God, I'm tired. All right. Raid wide. Aether Shield mitigate. Aether Shield mitigate. Take any Gloria Bajja very seriously. The more you mitigate, the less it hurts. Alright, get ready for weapons. Everyone move up. In front of the boss where Rain is standing. Everyone move north. Everyone move north. Everyone can go back south. This is going to be really easy now. We can stay south the entire time. Just stay straight south. If you're south of the boss, you're good. Alright. Ranged casters, you can pre-position, just be kind of far away from the boss. Melee, you can stay in. I'll tell you when to get out. Melees, get out now. We're going to start with staff phase, gamers. We're starting with staff phase. Everyone go center for me. It's going to make this easier. Everyone's in the exact center square. Look at your temperature. Look at your temperature. You're going to get a force march direction. Acknowledge what your force march direction is. Double check it right now. Healers, get ready to regenerate people and heal. Healers, shields, and regens right now. Turn your character to get force march from the center to the orb you need to get hit by. Do that now. Turn your character. Ah, beautiful. Very, very few mistakes there. Excellent work. On the boss, if you died, that's okay. Just pop a re-raiser when you're back up. Not a big deal. Aether Shield mitigate. Aether Shield mitigate. Please turn the boss towards us if you can. Please turn the boss toward the raid if you can. Swords is next. Do need a Evoke, please. Do need a Evoke. You're looking at the boss is looking at you. You're in the center looking at the boss is looking at you. You got about 15 seconds, so the boss is going to disappear and be untargetable. Don't use swords. The safe spots are going to be on 1, 2, 3, or 4. As a reminder, I'll tell you what they are. Safe spot is 1. 1 is safe. Don't be on 3. Next safe spot is 2. 2 is safe. Don't be on 4. If you gotta gamble, just pick one of them. 1 cardinal square away. If you messed up, that's okay. It happens. Tanks, get ready. Aether Shield mitigate. Aether Shield mitigate. Bow phase is going to be next. You can move down south if you're a caster in range. True south. True south. Everyone get south now. Everyone get south now. Alright. All tanks move north for shared tank buster, please. We'll be coming out in just a little bit. Everyone look at your force march direction. Just acknowledge in your brain what your force march direction is. That's going to matter in a little bit. You get force march to either Bravo or Delta. I'll tell you in just a second which one. So just get ready to turn your character. Force march to Bravo. Get turned to Bravo. Force march Bravo 2 squares. Pretty good. Healers rescue people. Healers rescue people. They're going to re-raise potentially. Healers, you can rescue people out of the fire. Watch for re-raises. Okay. Rescue if you can. Rescue if you can. Look at your temperature. This is a normal pattern. Normal pattern. Find what you need to get hit by, move accordingly. If you died, that's okay. Just pop a re-raiser when you're back up. Tanks, get ready to Aether Shield. Aether Shield mitigate. Aether Shield mitigate. Okay. Should be staff a second time here. Just get away from the boss. Get away from the boss for melee. 1, 2, 3, now. Do not LB3 or res during the staff phase. Bad things will happen. So just hold off. No need to rise or anything. There's no force march here. Look at your temperature. You're getting an elemental brand right now. Don't look at the temperature bar. Look at your debuffs. Smush those together. Look at your actual temperature. Everyone center up for a second. Apply shields and regens, please, healers. Walk to the meteor you need to get hit by, then find the safe spot. Looks like intercarts. Short intercart should be fine. No, it's not. I'm fucking dumb. It's fucking up against the wall. Sorry. If I killed you, that's my bad. I apologize. I'm dumb. Hopefully you trust the people and not me. Okay. Aether Shield Mitigate. Aether Shield Mitigate. Aether Shield Mitigate. Sorry, gamers. Miscalling my part. Okay. Make sure the boss is looking at us, please. Swords is next. Be in front of the boss. They're looking at you. You're looking at them. Be in front of the boss. Be in front of the boss. They're looking at you. You're looking at them. Okay. So, again, the boss is going to disappear shortly. You might have 3 or 4 of the same temperature. If that happens, just calmly get hit by 1 sword at a time to resolve it. There's 2 sword swings. Safe spot is 1. 1 is safe. Don't be on 3. 3 is a guaranteed lose. Okay, get rid of the second swing. 3 is your safe spot. Don't be on 1. 1 is a guaranteed lose. Okay, heal up. Tanks, get ready. Prepare to Aether Shield Mitigate. Healers, you can LB3 right now. Now's fine. You can also wait for after the raid wide. Either's fine. But healers, if you need LB3, now's fine. Healers LB3 if you're going to. Otherwise, everyone can move south. Everyone can move south for bow. Alright, again, straight up, this is really hard. If you fuck it up, don't feel bad. It's okay. First things first, clones are going to appear. You're going to have your temperature and your brand. Dodge the clones first while you're looking at your temperature and your brand. Alright, the clones are out. The weird one. The fucking weird one. It's the weird one. We're going to go to Bravo. Pop sprint if you need to. Go to Bravo now. Go to Bravo now. Healers, you can rescue people if needed. Alright. Temperature time. Don't LB3 right now. Just hang out for a second. Look at your temperature. Look at your elemental brand. Put them together. If it's already solved, follow the empty lane. If it's already solved, follow the empty lane. Look at your force march direction. You need to get marched 2 squares in that direction to where you need to end up. Normal pattern. It is a normal pattern. Find what you need to get hit by. Get marched 2 squares into that square facing the correct direction. Pretty good, honestly. Only a couple death walls. That's not bad. Alright. Healers, LB3. Tanks are up against the wall. Tanks are up against the wall for a shared tank buster. Aether Shield Mitigate. Aether Shield Mitigate. Big pump. You never know. We're going to hit Enrage pretty soon, but like, it's 3%. You never know. Shared tank buster. Shared tank buster. Healers LB3. Now or never, baby. Alright. Big pump. Big pump. It's a pretty long cast bar. You might clear. We're gonna clear. Just pump. Yo, Fresh Prog's killing TA? Let's go. That, okay, for the record, that's actually like genuinely, that's a big deal. You should be extremely proud of yourselves, even if you goofed. First of all, two things. If you're Fresh Prog, hold up, pump the brakes. Come back and get your loot, first of all. And also, you can do something fun really quick. Go back into the old hallway. Also res people, please. But go back in the old hallway if you're Fresh Prog and let you do something fun. Don't touch the traps yet, I'll tell you when. Just go back in the other hallway real quick. Gonna give people a second to get there. Yo, we killed TA on Fresh Prog. That's really fucking good. Anyway, like I'm chuffed. That's awesome. All right, stand around the pink trap. Don't touch it, please. I'm gonna count down to 3. On 3, you get to touch it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. If you didn't get small, there's a second one. You can go touch that one if you want. And now run through the gate. Go back the other way. Go across the teleplatform and run through the gate. Welcome to Stick Glory. So what happens is you have to be small to go through the gate to unlock the basement to get to Stick Glory. Fun fact, by the way, Lalafels are the biggest race when squishified, because it's a ratio of smallness. So Lalafels are actually the talls for once. Anyway, Smalls, jump on that telepad. Go forth and conquer. And you can run straight through the gate, by the way. Everyone, there are traps downstairs. Please don't die. But yeah, Smalls, run all the way through, all the way through. All the way up that statue. All the way up. All the way up. There you go. Welcome to the secret special boss. Savage only. But again, there are actual traps down here. You will kill the entire raid if you step up. Please don't. I know Zahar and Osmond are just gonna fucking do it. So just, you know, let them be goobers. There is one on the bridge as well. There it is. So it is, yes. I'm gonna heal Rain before they die. Hello, am I? Asuna? Hello? Okay, there we go. They're fine. They came prepared. They came prepared. They were fine.
No,
they were fine.
No, I assumed them.
Okay. Well, I
They
mean,
were in my
it also
party.
fell off, but either way.
As they were jumping out of line of sight.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Okay. All right. So, folks, here's the honest to goodness dealio, right? It's 2 a.m. We are at time, but we're not going to stop. Like, we're going to pull Stiglord. But here's what we're going to do. Full disclosure, please say no to this if you need to say no. Party leads do a ready check, and here's what I want you to do. If you have time for me to explain this shit, hit yes. If you got a boogie because it's late as fuck, I fully understand. Just hit no. We can just YOLO pull. That's fine. But if you have time and you want me to explain this, I will. But we're going to go over time. And I just want to be respectful of that. It's totally fine if you got to go. There's no peer pressure here. So, like, if you got to go, please hit no. I'd prefer you be honest. So, 2 no's and F. Oh, I know most people are going to die, yes. Okay. So here's the thing. I know it's like a small amount of no's, but I'm also... Okay, I'm going to do the abbreviated version, all right? You ready? Speed run. Here we go. Okay. All right. Speed run of Stiglord explanations. Tanks, if you know what you're doing, go in your positions right now. So I have my main tanks and off tanks for all the ads. It's by the A marker. If you're on the inside, you're a main tank. If you're on the outside, you're an off tank. So tanks, go do that while I'm talking. I'm just going to trust that you guys know. Tell you what, tanks, I trust that you know what the fuck you're doing. I'm not going to explain what you're doing. That's going to save me a ton of time. So, okay. Here's the thing. We're going to pull Stiglord. He's a basic bitch. Don't pump on the opener. Save all of your gauge. Save all of your big stuff. Just don't pump on the opener. It's not worth it. You want to kill the ad phase faster. The ad phase is the actual spooky part of this fight, not Stig himself. Let's be very clear on that. Okay. And also, if you need to dip, by the way, you can just leave the raid. It's fine if we don't go with the full raid. No issue whatsoever. 07, totally understood. Just letting you know. You have my strict permission to leave if you need to. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm going. Okay. Anyway, he's gonna do a tank buster. Doesn't matter. He's gonna do knockbacks that are giant conal AoE. It hits people really hard. Don't be in the wax. Don't get whacked. Just move out of the fucking wax. Get away from the boss when I tell you to get away from the boss. We won't see Thunderlords because you guys are big pump from the night, so I'm not gonna explain. Okay, ad phase. Where I'm currently standing, see the floor pattern difference? There's 2 rings here. There's an inner ring and an outer ring. I only want healers on the inner ring. Everyone else is on the outer ring. Tanks are gonna be running in a circle clockwise with their ads. You kill the ads DPS. DPS go counterclockwise, so the ads are coming to you. That way you don't have to worry about melee server techs. You're just killing them as they come to you, nice and easy. At various points in time, I'm going to tell you, get into a cubby. If you get into a cubby, you need to go in either to the close cubby, where I'm currently standing, or the far cubby, where I'm currently standing. It's based on what your debuff is. If you have the one that's sucking up spaghetti, you want to be far out, so you get sucked in. If you have the one that shows the guy getting yeeted away, you want to be in the close cubby, so you get pushed away. Pretty straightforward. Lightning AoE is going to drop. Just don't stand in them. He's also going to charge the entire hallway with lightning. When that happens, just get into a cubby to dodge the lightning. Pretty straightforward. Otherwise, the entire time, you're just dodging cubbies when you need to, moving in a circle, killing ads, and the tanks are hopefully doing their job correctly to where the ads die and they don't get loose, and we're fine. I'm not even going to worry about explaining that because if we wipe fucking whatever, we're already on Stiglord when we're not supposed to be, and that's really good. This continues until all the ads are dead. That's why big pumping on the ads is really important. Please don't waste your pump on the opener. It's not worth it. Save it for the ad phase. If you get past the ad phase, you will kill Stiglord and you will get to see Queen tonight, even if it's just extremely fast. Okay, at the end of this, it doesn't really fucking matter. It's not hard. I'm just going to tell you what to do. If you have a giant thunderbolt on your head, just go away. Just go away. It's not that big of a deal. Healers on the inner ring, you are reflecting the fire orb, just like we did in Queen's Guard. Find the fire orb, hop reflect on yourself, spam reflect on yourself if you need to kill the fire orb. I have dispellers. I think I saw some dispel volunteers. Yeah. Scrolling up. Rain's got it. Cool. Rain, I'm just going to trust you're not going to die. I'm just going to have faith. If there's like a second person that's dispelling, cool, whatever, that's fine. Everyone else, you don't have to listen to what I'm saying with the inner ring. Just kill the ads. Dennis backup, perfect, even better. Healers reflect fire orbs. Dispellers kill the earth orbs. Okay, that's it. I'm done. That's enough. Get in cubbies when I tell you to. Look at your buff. If you're getting sucked up by spaghetti, go on the outer cubby. If you're getting yeeted away, go on the inner cubby. Okay. All right. Move past the purple line if you're ready to go. In the interest of people's time. Little bonus boss action here on Fresh Prog. Is this the healer? Yes. Correct. That is the healer ring. Thank you for asking. That was a valid question.
Right, if I can add something to
Go for
the
it.
explanation. There is an image posted in the chat by, I think it was Oput, for the positional for the push-pull debuff. It's
Yes.
very important. This is going to kill you if you mess up, okay? So make sure to look at the image, you have your debuff, and you have your copy to where to go.
Yep. Again, sucked up by spaghetti, outside. Getting yeeted away, inside. Okay. All right. Freya, are you good to go? Just making sure. Pass purple line. Freya Amos. Cool. All right, here we go, gamers. Countdown's coming out. Go fucking full gauge on the ads. Who gives a shit? Like, we're not gonna really fight Queen. We're just gonna yellow Queen. I'm not gonna explain it. So, but we can do this. Sure, we can fight Stig and we can leave. Thank you for staying late. I appreciate all of you. This is cool. We don't normally get to do this on Fresh Prog. This is not a thing I normally do. This is very exciting. Anyway.
If we can clear Queen with 117 deaths, we can clear Queen on a yellow full.
True. All right, this fight starts with the Tank Buster. Comms clear. This fight starts with the Tank Buster. Here we go. Just don't be next to Raina. It's a regular ass Tank Buster. I will tell you when to anti-knockback at a certain point in just a little bit. I would recommend pressing anti-knockback. It'll make your life easier. Get ready. Anti-knockback now. Don't get whacked. They're 3 conal AoEs. Just don't get whacked. Don't get whacked. Continue to not get whacked. Continue to not get whacked. Cool. Get away from the boss. This is a big fuck off AoE. It is way bigger than you think it is. Just get away from the boss. Okay. Push him to 70% for me. Healers, get on the inner ring. DPS, you can pre-position on the outer ring. Tanks, go to your positions. Okay, ad phase. Big pump once the tanks have established aggro. Let the tanks get aggro, wait for like 2 seconds, and then big pump on the ads. Healers reflect the fire orb, dispel the earth orb. Healers reflect the fire orb, dispel the earth orb. Big pumping on those ads. Murderize those ads. Make them dead. Alright, tanks, take care of the traps. I didn't tell people to go on Cardinals. It's fine. You'll be fine. I have faith. If you died, you can just blame me later. It's whatever. Alright, healers, keep on reflecting all that shit. Get ready to do debuffs. Get ready to solve debuffs. Pay attention. Get ready to solve debuffs. Resolve debuffs now. Go into a cubby. Inner or outer. Inner or outer. Resolve debuffs. Healers, keep doing your thing. Tanks, keep doing your thing. We're doing great. Kill the ads, gamers. Move into a cubby. Move into a cubby. Dodge the lightning. Dodge the lightning. Dodge the lightning. Dodge the lightning. Just kill the ads. Watch out for lightning again. Just kill the ads. Just kill the ads. Big pump. Healers, keep on reflecting the fire orb. If you're not reflecting the fire orb, get away from the fire orb because it'll kill you. Just FYI. Okay, these ads will resolve later, or this debuff rather will resolve later, not yet. We're also going to skip it. We're fucking huge pumping. Get into a cubby, into a cubby, into a cubby, into a cubby, into a cubby. Okay, on the boss. Boss is going to do a raid ride in a little bit. Just heal up. If you're alive, just heal up. Boss is going to do healers. Focus on arising people, just because that way they can like do the fight. So, okay. Anyway, raid ride. If you have a thunderbolt on your head, just fuck off. Just take it somewhere else. Go to the edge. Just go away. It's really obvious. It's a giant thunderstorm. Just if it's on your character, just go away. Okay, take those out. Go go go. Vemus, Scoodle. Get away from the boss. Don't go into a thunderstorm. Get away from the boss. Don't go into a thunderstorm. We're gonna clear, by the way. Just FYI. There are 2 sets of thunderstorms. 2 sets of thunderstorms. Take them away from the range. Just go elsewhere. Be gonzo. On the second set of thunderstorms, don't walk into a thunderstorm. That seems obvious, but just don't do that. Just go away somewhere else. Okay. Get ready to get away from the boss. Get away from the center. Get away from the center. Get away from the center. Don't run into a thunderstorm. Away from the center. And go back in. Don't get whacked. You can max range the whacks. You can max range the whacks. Continue to not get whacked. Continue to not get whacked. Alright, keep at it. Regular ass tank buster. Just don't be by Reyna. If it wasn't extremely obvious by now, we are going to kill this boss. So healers, please start rezzing people so we can quickly pull Queen and get you guys a Queen log. Cool. Big pog. Alright, here's the deal. There's personal loot. Get your personal loot. I am literally not going to explain a single word of Queen. We're just going to go.
Can I explain one thing while we run up to me?
Sure.
Okay, the most important mechanic for Queen is going to be Super Chest. This is the one that you're most likely to die on. So the one thing I want you to pay attention to is your debuffs. You are going to get 2 debuffs. These will have a 2, a 3, or a 4 in Roman numerals, as well as 2, 3, or 4 dots. You'll need to add these up together to get a total of 5, 6, or 7. If you get a 4 and 8's not how you count it wrong, please count again. You're going to add these up and then go where it tells you, then you're going to move into the column where it tells you. Please make sure that you only move until these dots disappear. If you move too far, you'll get a doom on you and you will die.
Alright, I'm pulling up my chest diagram. I'm pulling up my notes. I'm going to give people a quick second just to like get here and get situated and whatnot. The cutscene's the exact same, by the way. If you're watching the cutscene, there's nothing new, I promise. You can watch it if you want, but like there's literally nothing new. Just full disclosure, it's the exact same. Alright, I'm going to give people a second to get here. Toss everyone shell, toss healers, protect. For the record, I know a lot of people probably want to clear right now, but I do need to be respectful of people's time. We are overtime, and we normally do not get here on Fresh Prog. If I had more time, I'd go through a full explanation here, but we just don't have the time, and I'd rather be kind to people and come back a second time and crush it. So it's all good. If we clear, cool, but you know, it is what it is. Alright. Everyone needs shell. Tank need protect. All tanks you can turn tank stance are aggro comrades. All tanks can turn tank stance are aggro comrades. At various points in time, I'm going to tell Alpha Bravo Charlie to take aggro. So just, you know, do it. Just go wild. And likewise, you know, Delta Echo Charlie, I'm going to say the same thing. So, okay. Everyone's here. I'm seeing buffs dish out. Eat food if you need to. Good luck, have fun. And healers, just be ready for me to say Asuna tanks, FYI. Just keep an eye on your tanks. Sorry, I know we don't have time to talk about it. There's a lot to talk about in this fight, and we're just gonna go. Otherwise, you will be here until like 2:45. So, Eastern, I should say, which is way over time. We're just gonna go buck wild. Get ready to use reflect and light curtains when I tell you to later on in the fight. That's all I'm gonna give you. Here you go. Pop your big cooldowns. Let's fucking go. Tanks, get ready to Aether Shield when I say it to you. All the raid wides and bleed wides, just like Trinity Vow. Aether Shield mitigate. Aether Shield mitigate. Next up is chest 1. I'm going to be talking to myself for a little bit. You do not need to follow me around. I do have a safety circle in my head if you want to follow me around later on. I will be going to a safe spot, hopefully, assuming I do it correctly. Okay. Center is safe. I see a 1, I see a 2. Okay, so center can remain safe, but not for the entire time. Okay, we're going east. Right here should be fine to... Actually, all the way over should be fine to start. Yeah. All the way over. All the way over. Get ready to move in just a second. Move in. Right here. Welcome to Queen, by the way, gamers. Alright, tanks, get ready. I'm going to tell you to just go wild getting aggro in a second here. Healers, get ready to Asuna your tanks from a Doom stack building. Just pay attention. ABC, provoke, mitigate right now. DEF, provoke mitigate right now. Look for as soon as healers, look for as soon as, look for as soon as, look for as soon as, look for as soon as. You have 30 seconds till Queen's gonna disappear and be untargetable. Raid wide, 8th shall mitigate. Late call, sorry. Just big heals, big heals, big heals, big heals. Sorry about that, sorry about that. All good, no one died. Pog. Alright. Chest 2. Good luck. Pay attention to the numbers above your head. I'm gonna tell you what to do accordingly. Okay. Back safe. And side safe, both safe. Okay. 6 is to the corner. I'm sorry, reorient for fall. North is south. Fuck me. 6 is to the northeast corner. 7's to the right of them. 5's on. Let's see. Bravo, I think. Ugh. Sorry, I got completely turned around. It's fine. It's fine. Walk your squares. If you had a giant red void above your head, go back one. Sorry. I got fucking north and south turned around. It's fine. Go into the blue square. No matter what, literally doesn't matter. Go into the blue square. Just go in the blue square. Even if you have a void above your head, just stay in the blue square. Stay in the blue square, stay in the blue square, stay in the blue square. Honestly, for a terrible queen call, that's a surprisingly small amount of people dead. So, if you died, re-raise, by the way. Make sure to re-raise. Tanks, get ready for a raid wide. Big heals, healers. Aether Shield mitigate. Aether Shield mitigate. Folks, get ready to use light curtains and reflect. I will tell you when. It's when the bar hits 99. When the bar hits 99, get ready to use light curtain or lost reflect. Open up your inventory if you need to. Your lost finds holster. That's what it's for. When that bar says 99, start using it. Alright, use it now. Reflect now. Reflect now. Reflect now. Light curtain reflect. Light curtain reflect. Stand in a thunder orb right under the queen. Nice and simple. Stand in this orb under the queen. You're reflecting and you're standing in this orb under the queen. Very good. Move in now if you haven't already. Move in now if you haven't already. It's a safe place. Dispel queen. Dispel queen. Dispel queen. All right. Healers, res people if you can. If you have time. You know, worthwhile. Please do. If you have a rise, just do your best. All right. Warrior and Gunner's next. If you had a tether, go to green. The Gunner is northwest. Tether's going to go to green. We don't know what direction yet. We don't know what direction yet. Just hang out for a second. But just be aware if you had a tether or not. Keep it in your brain. We are going east. Go east, go east, go east. If you had a tether, go to green on the east side. If you didn't, go to purple on the east side. Point your gap to the Gunner in the northwest. Gap to Gunner in northwest. Gap to Gunner in northwest. And turn to turret. Turn to turret. Turn to turret. Turn to turret. Not bad. Heal up, heal up, heal up. Tanks, get ready for a tank buster. ABC, provoke, mitigate. Heal your tanks, heal your tanks. DEF, provoke, mitigate. Look for as soon as, healers. Watch for dooms, watch for dooms, watch for dooms. Good stuff. 30 seconds till she can disappear again. We're gonna do Knight and Soldier. She'll be completely untargetable at that point. Alright, this is the find the safe spot and follow it around kind of situation. We're gonna get knocked around a little bit. We're gonna find some safe spots, yada yada, etc., etc. Alright, Queen's gonna go untargetable. Acute line, acute blue line on this side gamers, where you're standing. Over here's fine, over here's fine, over here's fine. Alright, move over. These two soldiers are safe. Alright, right up here where Rare is. Right here. Ah, fuck. No! I was slightly off center, that's my fault. Anyway, Aether Shield mitigate. Sorry if you died. I was slightly off center. That's not your fault, that's mine. That was the worst possible spot. It's okay. Moving on. Alright, Queen's gonna disappear for chest 2 again. I promise I'll actually pay attention to what is north or south this time. The blue square is your true north, by the way. Alright, north is south. Okay, change it. Go south, essentially. Okay, side is not safe, back is safe. 5's to 1, 6 is to the right of them, 7's to the right of them. 5's to 1, 6 is to the right of them, 7's to the right of them. We're gonna go up the Bravo column. Not yet, wait a second. Alright, now go up the Bravo column, Move up the numbers above your head. If you have a giant red void above your head, go back a square. Even if you fucked up, just go back a square. All right, no matter what, go to the goal. No matter what, just go to the goal. Blue square, blue square, blue square. Just go, just go, just go. Stay in it. Healers, you're probably going to be level 3 pretty soon. Keep an eye on that. I'll tell you when it's safe to use. If you have like 2 people dead, it's worth it. All right, this is your reopener. Big damage. Tanks, get ready. Aether shield, or fuck no. ABC provoke mitigate. Sorry, my bad. ABC provoke mitigate. I misspoke. DEF provoke mitigate. Watch for Asunas. Healers, LB3. Watch for Asunas. Healers, LB3. Healers, LB3. Watch for Asunas on your tanks. Knight and Gunner is next. Make this simple. Everyone just stand on me. We're just going to bait the Knight to come to us. Just makes it a lot easier. If it's sword, we run away. If it's shield, we stay close. The nails are going to show up just like in Queen's Guard, so just go to the safe spot. It's sword. We're going to run away. He's going to teleport to us. We're going to run away. Find the safe side. It is west. Run out west. Out west. Get ready to reflect. Start reflecting. Watch out for the basic bitch turrets. Basic bitch bounce turrets. Start reflecting in light curtains. Watch out for those towers. Reflect light curtain now. Find a thunder orb and stand in it. Find a thunder orb and stand in it. Preferably one close. Bravo would be best. It's closer to Queen. Just get in one with multiple people and now stand in there. Dispel Queen. Dispel Queen. Be in a shield. Any shield's fine. Just be in a shield. In a shield. Re-raise if you need to. Re-raise if you need to. We'll probably see Hardened later. He's actually pretty far. So, all right, moving on. Moving on. Aether shield mitigate. Aether shield mitigate. Aether shield mitigate. Healers, you can all be free if multiple people are dead. Aether shield mitigate. Big heals. Big heals. Big heals. All right, Soldier Warrior. When I say to, anti-knockback. This is going to have tethers, bombs, and either a fire or ice port. When I say to, anti-knockback. Not yet. Alright, tethers to large, rest to small. Anti-knockback now. Tethers to large, rest to small. Do nothing. Get your bomb and stop. Don't do anything. Wait, 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 wait. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. If you had a tether, move into an explosion. It's a safe spot. Good job. Back on the boss. Welcome to Soft Enrage. You're going to want to do a lot of various heals and Aether Shields. Get ready, gamers. Aether Shield now. Big heals. This is Soft Enrage fight. You guys have seen the entire fight. Just fun fact. It's just raid wides after raid wides after raid wides. Aether Shield mitigate. It's just a lot of hits, a lot of hits, a lot of hits. Big heals, lots of hits. And now we're just going to die a little bit after all these raid fights. This is it. You've seen the entire fight now. On Fresh Prog, by the way. I literally haven't done this in like a year, taking a Fresh Prog to Queen. You guys fucking game tonight. You should be very proud of yourselves. Hi, welcome to Hardened Rage. We're dead. You can go out on your own by walking to the death wall if you want, like a Chad. But we are giga dead. There's no coming back from this one, gamers. You can reflect all you want, but I have bad news for you. It's going to be a 999 all the way home. That was really good. I also hit a Curse Queen and didn't call chess correctly the first time. I apologize for that. But guys, that was genuinely really fucking good for Fresh Prog.
Especially no explanation.
No explanation. Queen seeing Hardened Rage. That was really, really good, guys. So
and no duelist.
Yeah, that was okay. So here's the thing, we will upload the logs showing that you guys were on a Queen and Rage. You can just go anywhere and clear now. You've seen the entire instance in a Fresh Prog on your first night here. For some of you, go forth and conquer, comrades. Get your fucking puppies. We will have more runs here to do those clears. If you want to do one on CEM with myself or Arya or anyone else, there are multiple great hosts here on CEM when they're not burnt out from raiding. But you can go to Cafe, you can go to PB, you can go to Lego Steppers. There are so many good resources and servers to do this content. I highly recommend pretty much all of them. A lot of us talk to each other, and they're cool peeps. So, but hey, thanks for coming. I hope you had fun. I'm sorry I didn't have time to do a full Queen explanation, but we are like giga overtime, and it is hella late. So I want to be respectful of people's time. But thanks for coming. If you have any questions for me, I want to hang out for a little bit. I'm happy to talk. But otherwise, that's it. We're done. We got to fucking Queen and Rage on Fresh Prog, which is crazy. That's not a thing that my runs normally do. I don't plan on them doing that. So that's pretty fucking cool.